Alright there folks, hello there, this is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft video. So, just finished off some Premier Draft Theros Beyond Death. I'm not going to talk about the last draft I did. It was pretty good, but I went 0-3, just faced against too many strong decks. So, yeah, we're just going to take a break from Theros, or I guess Theros is going to be gone until next time. And then, yeah, might just get enough gold to do some quick draft Midnight Hunt. We can revisit that. And then I'm not going to do any cubes since I'm pretty bad at it, so we'll just do some Premier Draft New Capenna. And then maybe do some Midnight Hunt, quick draft, grind some gems, and then finish off with another New Capenna. But yeah, I drafted another very good red-black deck, but unfortunately just had a couple of rough games. So, sometimes you can just have a good deck and still end up going 0-3, so there's variance in this set. And that's a good factor of Magic sometimes, since just facing against someone with overpowered cards all the time, especially in Limited, is not the way to go. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Let's just do some New Capenna here. Maybe open up an Inspiring Overseer and get past like 3 of them. We'll see. As we see this pack, probably just going to take Psychic Pickpocket since there's no Overseer, and this is one of the best uncommons in the set. So we'll take it. And also monocolor blue, weaker than white, but a lot more flexible, since you can end up brokers with blue-white or maestros with blue-black, and those are 2 good decks for sure. Looking at the commons, big fan of Celestial Regulator, would probably just take it out of everything else in this pack. Yes, New Capenna suffers from this, not only with the color imbalancing, blue and white being ahead of all the rest of the other colors, but just a whole bunch of junky commons that aren't really amazing and almost kind of unplayable. So we'll take a Psychic Pickpocket. I mean, Mayhem Patrol is like the second best red common, but this whole entire pack is just kind of whatever. Even the rare is not that good. Just take Psychic Pickpocket. Alright, after first picking Psychic Pickpocket, we could take a second one, or just take Out of the Way. Out of the Way is also quite good. Both of these are quite excellent. Echo Inspector is also quite good as well. Nice blue common. And then Jewel Thief is the second best green common in the set, but I would still take a blue card to stay on color. Yeah, given our first Psychic Pickpocket, I think we are fine with a 4-drop here, since I don't want to get too crowded at 5. Even though I think I rate this higher than Out of the Way and Echo, I still think we take one of the 4s, and then between these two, probably just take Out of the Way, since this is an uncommon. Has the ability to be cast for 2 mana if it targets a green permanent, which is quite powerful, and also replaces itself, so that's great. Echo Inspector would probably be my second pick out of this pack, maybe, but it's a common, so we can pick up one later, but we'll take Out of the Way here over Pickpockets. And then this is an interesting pack. It's a choice between like Gathering Throng, Rafine Silencer, and even Hold for Ransom. I don't want to take a red card since, yeah, it's an enemy color pair combination, and this set's all about allied colors. So between both of these, I think I prefer to be in blue-white over blue-black, and I think it's early enough that I can take my first copy of Gathering Throng, since this is pack 1. If this was pack 2, I'd be less hesitant. I mean, I'd be more hesitant to take the Gathering Throng. But yeah, Gathering Throng is a pretty good white common, and it's pick 3 only, so there's a chance we get 1 or more. But usually once you have 3 Gathering Throngs, you're good. 2 is okay, but yeah, we'll speculate on it. Okay, no amazing white cards. Could speculate on Snooping Newsy. There's also Spar's Adjudicators. I guess we could take that as well after taking Gathering Throng, and this is a good curve topper. Revelation of Power is also fine. But I think it's between like Snooping Newsy and Adjudicators. Given that I just took Gathering Throng, kind of just fine just taking Adjudicators. And Bant is a supported family in the set. Good curve topper can help us splash for green, and if blue-black is open, we'll see this like really late in the pack, and could even wheel it. So just take Adjudicators for now. And then Civil Servant pretty late. There's also a Run Out of Town here, quite good too. I do like Civil Servant usually in a more dedicated like green-white deck, but yeah, I'll still splash it if I end up blue-white, since it's just really that good of a card. Could end up green-white splashing blue as well. Both of these cards are quite good to splash for, so yeah, I'll take Civil Servant, even though it keeps me off color, away from Run Out of Town. I think it's just important to have excellent 2-drops, and this is a good one, so I'll take a Civil Servant really late, and we'll take another copy, pick 6, which is quite insane. Alright, overslip out the back. So maybe we just end up base green white citizens, or just end up in complete 3 colors, which I don't mind. I'm just gonna take Majestic Metamorphosis here. High Rise Sawjack is just too medium. Even though it deals with flyers, it's not even that good. There's just ways to interact in this format with good entered battlefield effects. So like cards like Celestial Regular taps this down when it enters the battlefield. 3 toughness is not a whole lot, so even though it can trade off with like a flyer, it doesn't necessarily block well. So just take a Majestic. It's just probably just the best card anyways in the pack. And then there's a Florida Family pretty late. Also Witness Protection is fine. So the question is, are we blue-white splashing green or green-white splashing blue? It can be both still. So I guess I'll just take a Florida Family. It's like the best card here anyways, according to data, so just keep taking the best card. Otherwise it could be like Witness Protection, which is okay. The Fight effect is also fine, but it's only fine if you have good large creatures, which there's not a ton of in this set, but it could be fine with like Jewel Thieves, which we don't have yet. The Prize Fight, I mean. So we could just end up blue, green, white, splashing blue. And it's better to end up green, white, splashing blue, I think, if you have Civil Servants on 2, since you're more likely to just want to play these right away. In a late game, like, you could splash for this too. In a late game, it's quite a relevant threat, but it's better off in your early game, so I might just go green, white, splashing blue. And that's totally fine, but seeing this late is interesting. Take a Civic Gardener. Wouldn't mind playing a copy. It's a citizen, can maybe help us ramp a bit. If we play out a spell first and then untap a land, could be fine. Can give it Self-Vigilance as well as Civil Servant. A nice cute thing you can do with Civic Gardener is like attack with it, attack with both Civil Servant and Gardener, untap the Gardener, and then use the Civil Servant to tap the Gardener. So then you can attack with both instead of just attacking the Civil Servant and tapping the Gardener down. So kind of a neat trick that you can try. Skycrawler could be okay. There's also Courier's Briefcase, which could also be fine. Might actually just take Briefcase, actually. I don't care about really paying the 5 mana to draw 3, because I don't think it's possible. But the fact that it makes a treasure that can help me splash some blue is quite nice, so I'm just going to take it over Skycrawler. I think it makes sense with our current cards so far, even though I don't mind a Skycrawler. And then I'm never going to play On This Parcel. It's just so bad fixing. I might as well speculate on blue-black. And a copy of Revelation of Power doesn't hurt if you have a bunch of counter synergies flying around. So yeah, we'll try this. Seems like a pretty good basis so far. And Fight Rigging, there's also Out of the Way, Backup Agent Regular, and a second Gathering Throng. Oh boy, this is rough. I think it just has to be Fight Rigging. The card's just too good. Like if we have a creature that sticks on the battlefield, it just gets out of hand. The Hideaway can also help us get a card from it. I hate passing up this Gathering Throng and Out of the Way, but yeah, I think it's just Fight Rigging. We saw some green cards pretty late in the last pack, so it's a good sign that green is open. So yeah, I don't mind just maybe taking a less flexible option because it's just the most powerful card in the pack, and would be my pack 1 pick 1. Actually, you know, it's kind of close between these two. Pack 1 pick 1 I might actually take Out of the Way, given how I know this format by now, but Fight Rigging is still very good, so we'll take it here. And then Overseer is the busted common of the set. If this wasn't this pack, easy Jewel Thief. This is a second best common, but not going to pass up Inspiring Overseer. Yeah, it's just better than Jewel Thief. Drawing a card is usually better than making a treasure, and it's an evasive threat that can help you close out the game. So, pretty busted card, and a top 10 card in the set as well at common, so you want to pick up as many of these, and the more you pick up, the more you end up just winning the games. And I'll probably just stick Exotic Pets here, even though it's like a blue-white card. It's just better than Hold for Ransom by a lot. And again, we could just end up straight 3 colors, I don't mind. Definitely need to pick up some fixing, of course, but Exotic Pets is just too good. So we'll see. Over the Hold for Ransom. Might not play Gathering Throng if we don't pick up another copy. And Yeah, I usually like just going 2 colors in a splash, given how we want to be pretty aggressive in this set. But sometimes you just have to compromise and just go something like 3 colors if you have to. I'm probably just going to take Backup Agent here, since a single color. Like, Broker's Charm is okay, but we don't have that much fixing. Celestial Regular is quite good, but again, I'm not sure if I'm green-white or blue-white. And yeah, I like Backup Agent over Hold for Ransom because you want to be aggressive in this format, and the 1/1 counter actually does matter a lot. So just going to take it over everything else. Still a lot of good Broker cards too, Run Out of Town. This pack. I'm just going to take a mono white card just to stay flexible, and white is we want white to be our base color as much as possible too in Brokers. And ooh, Lagrella, pick 5. Alright, we really need some fixing, but I'm definitely going to take over Skycrier here. Card's just too good. Yeah, we really need some fixing this draft. And if we're going to be green-white, not sure if I want to splash for Majestic, but everything else looks good. Ooh, wow, Gathering Throng, pick 6 is a nice gift. Also, late Make Disappear. Also a very good blue common, but not going to pass over second Gathering Throng, so definitely see. I'm going to play the Gathering Throng now. And there's a possibility that we can wheel 1-2 from our first pack, so never say never. Once we get 3 is really good. Wow, late Regulator, but probably just going to have to take the Adjudicator since we really need fixing in this deck. Even though it's not the most optimal, still gets the job done. And gives me a good Curve Topper. Makes more sense than the Regulator in Prize Fight, I think. Then take the Scare Storefront, finally get some fixing going. It's only blue-white, but it's still fixing nonetheless. Over a Guidance, which I also think is a really decent common to have a copy of, but not going to pass up over a land, I don't think. And I'll put this in the sideboard for now. Ooh, wow, alright. Ask and you shall receive. Definitely going to take third Gathering Throng, even though I don't mind Backup Agents. This is a really nice gift, so we're going to be able to cast these on turn 3, get a bunch of value off of it. And thin our library. And then might even play this Hail Scarab on 2 just to have a little bit more fixing. I prefer this in like a more controlling deck since it's looking to mostly trade. It's not a good attacker, but in our deck it could be fine. Strong Arm is also okay. But I think we prefer the Treasure and the 2-drop, potentially. Might not play it though, we'll see. If we don't have a lot of fixing, I might have to be obliged to play this. But again, we'll see. Revelation. Alright, I'll take a Revelation. Not sure about the second copy over Witness, which I think is pretty mediocre. Witness is not bad if you're kind of straight blue-white with a lot of flyers. But typically speaking, I mean Witness Protection, but typically speaking you don't want to play it in a deck full of like Gathering Throngs with 1 toughness. Not sure about Warm Welcome playable, but also medium. Alright. Third pack, we really need to pick up some fixing. Alright, there's a Nightclubber as the best card, but there's no way we're heading that direction. There's a Run Out of Town, but I'm probably supposed to take the Botanical Plaza here, since I think we might just be base green-white, and we really need it for Civil Servants on turn 2 over, again, Run Out of Town over Dapper Shieldmates, so gonna snatch up some fixing before it's all gone. Ooh, Mysterious Limousine is nice. I do like Fairy Vandal as well, but again, we're just kind of mixing all over the place. Again, we don't really want to splash for this. I do like this in straight blue-black or blue-white, but gonna just have to take the Mysterious Limousine. Keeps us flexible. Also plays really well. Could enter the battlefield effects like Inspiring Overseer, even Lagrella, and Pickpocket, and Mage's Attendant. Ooh, also Dual Land. I do have triple Gathering Throng already. I think Mage's Attendant is definitely one of the best uncommons in this set, however. But I might not want to take this simply because the fixing is too important. And we have a bunch of 3s already. So I'm kind of down to just take the dual land here, as much as I like the Mage's Attendant. And I think it's the best white uncommon. I think it's fine just for foregoing this. It's not really a citizen, nor does it make citizens. So just gonna take the dual land in case we never pick up one. And then probably just gonna take a Guidance here. I don't think Rumor Gatherer is that good. Another weird 3-drop that I don't care about. We're not really trying to trigger the whole alliance thing. and the double white is really difficult, so take a guidance. And then Luxurious Libation is really powerful, pick 5. Alright, so green-white looks like a good base strategy over Skycrier, which is okay. I think this card is just too powerful, you just gotta take it, makes a 1/1 token, and a very difficult pump trick that is hard to play around in a late game. Riveteer's Decoy is also an okay 2-drop, but I'm just gonna take the Libation, just too powerful. Ooh, Rafine's Informant seems good. Nice 2-drop. We're at 22 playables with 3 cuts, so this puts me at 23. And seems better than Courtyard. And not much else here. Random Buyer Silence. Don't think I want to take a Broker's Veteran. It seems like we're green-whites, so I'm just going to take another Adjudicators here. And yeah, we just need more fixing. And I'm not sure what I want to cut as my final card, but we'll see. But it's definitely like green-white splashing blue, if I have to imagine. Maybe cut a Halo Scarab, even though it helps us fix. We already have Spar's Adjudicators on 2, so that also helps us fix. So we probably just don't need this. Dapper Shieldmate could be nice though on 4, since we don't have that many 4-drops. So there's an argument for this. Maybe just cut the Rafine's Guidance and take it from there. Yeah, we could just run something like this at 23. Kind of liking the triple Adjudicators for a bit more fixing. Or I can cut in Adjudicators, funny enough, for like something cheap like Rafine's Guidance. Since I'm kind of liking some Kanai fodder with this Rafine's Informants. Skycrier is also reasonable too. Could also just cut the Civic Gardener for Skycrier. Maybe that's just better, even though the whole combo of Civic Gardener and Civil Servant isn't bad. Could also just cut this Revelation of Power, I suppose, too. Even though I don't hate it with a bit of counter synergy, but I'm kind of liking this basis. Bunch of 5s, some okay 4s, some decent 3s, some good 2s, pump effects in the late game, and then one more card. Don't think I care about Halo Scarab that well. I guess the guidance isn't bad, it's just cheap and efficient. And how many creatures do we have? Like 15, so I don't think I need to add any more creatures. Like Civic Gardener or Warm Welcome, they're just kind of mopey. I could also just take a Revelation. Revelation could actually be better than Rafine's Guidance, but the 1 mana might make a difference. Kind of been liking the Guidance, especially since you can get back in the graveyard. We don't have that much connive, but like having sometimes you can land Rafine's Informant and Guidance, and that's quite good. We have a bunch of 2s, so this could also be awkward. We have some counter synergies with Dapper Shieldmate, but I think I'm fine with Guidance 10. Just having the extra like 1 mana play sometimes could be relevant. And then as our mana base, definitely maybe 7 green, 8 white. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, I guess we only have 6 green. How much blue do we have? Maybe way too much blue for 5, 6 blue sources. Yeah, I don't think we want to keep it even split since I do want to get my green out earlier, so maybe cut 1 island. Throw an extra green source could be okay. 6, 7, 3, 4, 5 blue sources could be okay. And we also have some fixing with the Adjudicators, so yeah, we could try something like this. Seems quite good. Give this a shot. And yeah. Highlights of the deck: triple Adjudicators, a lot of good interaction, as well as creatures, so a lot of value with Limousine, Psychic Pickpockets. Even Out of the Way replaces itself, Fight Rigging. Yeah, it's a lot of good cards. Yeah, let's do this. I could go 8 green and maybe 4 blue sources, but like honestly, I don't want to keep relying. I don't want to really rely on the Adjudicators that much for fixing, since it's a bit of a tempo loss, having to tap out for 2 just to fix for a land. So I'm kind of just fine, just taking a risk here, maybe having some extra blue sources just in case. But kind of the dream starts to have all 3 colors in our opening hand in a 2-drop, and there we go, like all 3 colors and a 2-drop. So snap keep. It's nice to leave with Civil Servant on turn 2. volume just really high. Yeah, the ambience is just a little bit too high, so I think the master is fine though. And yeah, Civil Servant here. I probably don't need to show the adjudicators next turn for the fixing, since yeah, I don't want to give them too much information. Opponent chases out Mam's patrol just a cycle, but if we get a citizen, we can gain life. But yeah, the red-black deck is also quite good in this format, but it gets offset by cards like Civil Servant. Lagrella is not a citizen, unfortunately, so I think we just attack and pass. Might just run her out next turn too. Could even exile our own Civil Servant for fun. Strangle. Alright, that's good. And probably don't need to show my adjudicators again. We can cast it on 5 when we have all of our fixings, so that's fine. And we can even run out blue land to sack it next turn to draw, but probably gonna want to save that for later, but we're still gonna run out blue source just to have the access of doing so, so just do this and pass. Might need to also play our green just to draw cards for our green-white land, but we'll see. If the opponent does nothing, might just run out the adjudicators just as a random 4/4. And I'm probably just going to do it anyways, because it's mana efficient. And then might want to save this blue source to discard a Psychic Pickpocket, so yeah, let's just run this out. Lock down the 2/2 for a turn, and then just get the biggest body into play. Can even use this to, funny enough, bounce one of his treasure tokens if he ends up making some, which is typically a thing that happens in these types of decks. Facebreaker is quite good. Could also just Gathering Throng and get another Gathering Throng, but I'm fine just discarding land, bouncing this for a turn. I could also attack first and offer to trade, of course, which I don't mind. Could also Lagrella here too, like play a 3-drop Lagrella away the Professional Facebreaker. Let's attack first. I'm fine to trade again. I won't see a block. Nope, no blocks, so could Pickpocket just be mana efficient, or again we can Gathering Throng and then Lagrella, the Gathering Throng, and Professional Facebreaker. Maybe that's fine as well. Save the Psychic Pickpocket for something better. Yeah, I'll try this. Get both, just so we don't end up drawing them, and then pull Lagrella here, and then do I exile one of these? I think I'm fine exiling the Gathering Throng just to have a 5/3 in case he answers Lagrella, so yeah, this card is just really powerful, especially with good enter the battlefield effects. And then we can just play out double Gathering Throng next turn and not worry about anything, just start applying pressure. Even though this can start pinging them down, it's kind of annoying. So we'll just have to attack the 4/4. Don't know what this implies. Hovering over to 4/4. Alright, whack, that's pretty efficient. Just gonna take 5 here, and then yeah, he doesn't get to shoot anything down. But the next turn he can if he gets a haste creature. But we can attack for 2, could even... yeah, I guess I'll just run out double Gathering Throng, might as well. No reason to shuffle, but I'll just shuffle just for the hell of it. And then keep land in hand for Pickpockets in case. And then fine attacking for 2. Next turn we can always just run out land, play Psychic and Civil, we'll see. Yeah, whack is just so efficient, 1 mana deal with the Sparas. Nice turn for him there. Another Arsonist, but nothing to sack. So we're fine just jamming these 2 in, I guess. But first things first, do we run anything out? If I run something out, then I can keep up a Fort of Family. Could also just run out Civil Servant this turn and then run out land, end of turn, sack it to draw a card. So yeah, I'm down. Let's run out Civil Servant and then jam these two. Like, sure, I don't get a land to discard, but we can always draw into another land to discard with the Psychic Pickpocket, so that's fine. Might see him take 6 here. If he trades one of them off, I'm also fine. Nope, just take 6. Fair enough. And then we can even keep up the Fort of Family, so we'll say go. Keep up the Skybridge Towers to sack. And some 2-3 blockers to hold off these 2/2s, so... Fight rigging isn't bad. Yeah, fight rigging's pretty good. I could, yeah, run out fight rigging as opposed to psychic pickpockets. With the combat, maybe put a counter. We only get a land, so probably fine with the Botanical Plaza because we can like draw a card with it. And those are all lands anyway, so move to combat. Probably fine putting a counter on Civil Servants. And then I could just attack with Civil and Gathering Throng. If he has a removal spell, then I'll Fort a Family and pump it. And yeah, that's a good one, but I'm still gonna pump it to save it. And he's gonna get in a pretty good lifelink hit regardless. And he doesn't have a good block, so just gonna attack with these two, and I think I'll tap the Gathering Throng down. I just want to gain some life. Like, I could attack with all, but the life gain is pretty relevant. And yeah, he's forced to chump here or throw away a creature, so... Yep. Just too far behind here. Alright, we have enough to do a quick draft Midnight Hunt, maybe spam some zombies and cheese the opponent out. Civil Servant and Backup Agent are quite good. There's also Lagrella, assuming we get our blue mana. I think we just gotta keep and hope we draw into some blue, because this is a pretty good hand. If we can, of course. So, yeah, run out Civil Servant, and then it's gonna be really difficult to interact with if we put a counter on it, so... You could also have his counter spell, but I don't really want to run out Backup Agent here since the upside of this is higher. So we'll take the risk, and it does resolve, so that's nice. And as much as I like putting a counter, maybe just have to run out Gathering Throng if I attack. Probably not afraid of any flash creatures since I have Libation. Don't think there's any flash creatures. So could have also main deck this first. Yeah, maybe we should main faces to get an extra point of damage in. Yeah, that was a misplay, but And yeah, just skip both of them so we don't end up drawing the other one next turn. And yeah, make sure I do the thing I was talking about last turn. Yeah, I think I'm fine trading Gathering Throng for a Dapper Shieldmate since I have another one coming, so... Sorry about that, but yeah, take 4, or he might just stay back. Yeah, he might have something here, so the more reason to keep up our combat tricks. So do I want to run out Gathering Throng here? Could run out Backup Agent. I feel like he might have a Swooping Protector here at instant speed. So this is interesting. Maybe he's fine just attacking first and keeping up Libation for 3 in case something happens. Even though I don't gain life here, I think it's reasonable just to attack. And then if he... Alright, he does this block, fair enough. Right, just run out this 3rd Gathering Throng, see if he counters it. Again, did 1 less damage, but hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. So opponent should be at 13 life if I main phase the Gathering Throng and won my previous turn, but it seems like he's just missing land drops. And we finally get our blue mana, so let's attack first. I should have ran out Backup Agent, but yeah, we'll just go for this. Another weird misplay from me. Ooh, kill shot on the 3-1. Interesting, not on the Civil Servant, so if I had run out the Backup Agent, it's possible that he takes out the Civil Servant instead. So maybe that was a blessing in disguise. And we could put on Backup Agent, but I think Civil Servant's better off here. So need to cut some background noise out of the way. Fight Rigging, alright. Could see a counter spell. Could also keep up Exotic Pets in case this gets interacted with. Maybe that's fine too. And then do I attack with both? I guess I do, or I can just attack with this and tap Backup Agent, but you could have a second kill shot. So this plays around kill shot better. And then if he tries to kill shot the 3-4, then I can Exotic Pets, but then on his end step I can just Exotic Pets instead, so yeah, we'll see go. Swooping Protector maybe. Open Outlaw, interesting. So I guess he's splashing for some red in this deck, so maybe red or black. But I wouldn't really recommend Glamorous Outlaw to fix for black in a white-blue deck. So Pickpocket going to interact with my Civil Servants. And there's no doubt that he's going to try to target the Civil Servants, so on the stack we just want Exotic Pets to get some value before this goes away, so happy that it didn't fire off the Fight Rigging. And then next turn we can fire off a Fight Rigging, enhance our other fish tokens, so... Right, could also tap out, I guess. I think I'm kind of liking just Fight Rigging plus Civil Servant again. I don't really see a reason of Legrellaing here. And then, yeah, let's get a Mysterious Limousine. And then keep land in hand, I guess. To discard to maybe Psychic Pickpocket, do this, attack for 4. And then unless he has a board wipe, we should be able to win the game, so we'll see go. Probably not going to do it unless he takes out one with 2/2s. So we'll see. Revelation gaining life, alright, that helps. But it might not be enough for the long run. So how much do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I can kill him with the Luxurious Libation if I... Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I guess if I just interact with this and use Libation, he's dead. So yeah, first things first, let's Legrella. And probably not going to exile any of my other creatures. I guess I can exile the 1-3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't want to exile anything else. Or I guess Fight Rigging gives me a counter, so... Interesting. nasty, so... Brokers is just too broken in the set, so... If you can, lean towards it as much as possible, but... Definitely consider maybe blue-white as your basis. And if you can't end up in blue-white or green-whites, try to go into blue-black or red-black and take it from there. In red-black, I would also recommend not trying to splash, since you just want to be hyper-aggressive and not waste too many turns like fixing your mana. Whereas in blue-black, it can be aggressive, but you're still looking to grind a bit. And yeah, the brokers is fine splashing as well. Maybe not as much, of course, but there's just too many powerful cards not to splash for, so... And what's this? Maybe... Oh, I guess it could be some lag or delay. Opponent could be playing in mobile, since mobile does cause a bit of a delay and lag at the start, so we'll see. It could also just be a bug, I'm not sure. Yeah, this is the first time this has ever happened. I don't really want to concede here, so... Might need to just send this as a report to Wizard or something. We wait a couple minutes. I'll give it some time. Yeah, this is weird. I'm gonna just report right away here. Alright, it's captured. Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on, so... Alright, I guess it's the opponent that's lagging. Alright, at least this is a sign. And then maybe if they can't speed up, we can get a free win for doing absolutely nothing but reporting a bug and waiting. Alright, so it's not over. Alright, and Gathering Throng on 3 is nice, so we'll keep. Not sure which one we'll... I guess, yeah, we might have to just discard this if we don't get our green lands going, so... I guess it wasn't a bug, so never mind, just the opponent probably lagging. Alright, give me that free win, please. Not that I'm desperate for any free wins, but it gets me closer to, you know, getting back all my gems and not getting destroyed by stronger or more lucky decks. Alright, there we go, free win. And yeah, it's really difficult to get to top 10 Mythic. Did get to top 50 in my Theros Beyond Death drafts, but as the format, as the month settles, it's really difficult to rank up. we could fix for some blue, draw some cards off a Gathering Throng. I'll try it. Might just curve out though, since having a counter onto this is really nice, but again, I don't want to end up in a weird spot where I end up drawing Gathering Throng. We'll see what we connive into though. Could also just run out Courier's Briefcase, but the Rafine's Informant hits harder. If I run out the Briefcase, what happens? I get access to 4 mana. But I'm kind of liking just the Informant, it hits hard, and you know, I might just discard this. Right, or just a second Gathering Throng, that's probably just better here. Yeah. Unfortunate that we have to draw into it, but so be it. And then we'll see if we want to run out Gathering Throng or keep up Exotic Pets at instant speed. I'm hoping we don't actually draw into our second Gathering Throng, so I'll attack first and see how he responds. Wow, he has his own Gathering. Alright, I think I'll attack first and see how he responds, and if he doesn't block, then I'll run out Gathering. If he does, I'm gonna Exotic. Right, he does, so let's get some value here. And then we can pressure him 3 per turn unless he can interact with both of these. He really needs a bounce spell to get these out of the way. Obscure Ascendancy, fun card, but I'm not a believer, so let's just apply pressure while he's trying to step his spirits. He needs a 1-drop into a 2-drop. And it's going to be pretty difficult to get the soul counter, so we'll see if he has his 1-drop here. Could have a Witness Protection. Wow, Witness Protection on a 2/2 fish. I guess it loses the ability, so he can now block it, but it's still going to trade. I guess Fight Rigging can deal with that now. And he's tapped out a blue mass, so I think we just unleash this to combat, and then yeah, I'll take an Adjudicators, pump this, attack, probably see a trade on the 3/1. Doesn't block it, alright. Alright, if you believe in this, then sure. Snooping, alright. That's another one, so this might just get out of hand. Opponent attacks as well, so probably down to just put a counter on this 3/3, maybe fine if he double blocks it. This makes it more likely double blocks, or I can just, I guess like what can happen is if he double blocks it, then I can bounce one of these and mess with him and bounce a token, so that seems good. Let's move to combat and then attack. If we see a double block, then we can bounce a token. If he trades like this, that's fine. Yeah, it's going to take him a while to get that going. Right? No, if he has a trick, then I'll bounce. Alright, if he does that, then order the Newsy first. And then no response, we bounce a token. And yeah. We get a nice 2-for-1, missing my land drops, but the opponent isn't doing much other than making 2/2 spirits, but he's at 6 life, so even then this 1/1 fish can eventually just get there. So yeah, not gonna recommend the Obscure Ascendancy. This just takes too much of a build around in limited. Like, you might be able to win maybe a few games off of it, but in the long run it's just a card that requires too much work. Or you have to end up in these awkward spots where you have to end up playing like bad 1-drops just to enable it, and have a consistent amount in your deck just to enable it. So like, if you don't have the 1-drop in your early game, it gets even worse. Or then just playing multiple like bad 1-drops is also bad, so yeah, probably fine just running out of Adjudicators here. And then, yeah, move to combat, pump this token, offer to trade for the 3/1. And then I guess this is lethal, so he has to jump, and then he's just taking 5 anyway, so if he has a sweeper, like Depopulate, I can draw cards. Regulator, tapping down the 4/4, making a 2/2. But if we run our second adjudicators or just attack with a 2-2, he's just dead, so yeah, let's just go for it. Easy concession. And yeah, we're 4-0, so one free win though, so Alright, we have a informant and civil servant, or informant into, or civil servant into inspiring overseer. Probably wait until I can find something good to discard. So I might just run out civil servant first since it's more mana restrictive, and take it from there. So, and also Lagrella exiling our own inspiring overseer can be quite nice too. So. Skycrier. There's also Gathering Throng on 3. I don't really want to discard anything too inspiring to the Rafine's Informant, so I think I'm fine running out the Civil Servants and take it from there. I actually run the Gathering Throng before both of these as well. But it's just going to end up trading if he puts a 1-1 counter here, so... Alright, and he does, so probably just take 1. Also Lagrella this, but I want to maybe get some value first. So I'm not sure what I want to do here. Inspiring Overseer drawing card isn't bad, but then we can accidentally draw like a Gathering Throng, so probably just Gathering Throng first. And then take it slow. Could also offer to trade, which I don't mind. Yeah, I'll trade 2-drop for 2-drop. I also don't have any ways to enhance the Civil Servant focus, so just trading could be fine. Another Informant seems okay. Wow, triple Informant. Discards land this time. And yeah, he could have a make disappear, so I might just run a second Gathering Throng here. Or just run out Rafine's Informant to try to discard to hit a land, but we'll attack first and see what's up. Just takes it. So if he has make disappear, he can counter. But I'm probably fine, so let's run out the Gathering Throng. And if this resolves, then maybe I don't play around make disappear as much. And next turn we can try to dig towards a land drop instead. He can run out the Adjudicators on 5, so that's also kind of scary. And if he does, I guess we can run out Inspiring Overseer then. That's one of his Adjudicators, so we'll just have to take 3. And then finally got our land, although I can't double spell with it. This is interesting. Could also backup agent here. Yeah, we could just backup agents, maybe end of turn, use the Adjudicators to fix, because we hit our land drop this turn. Kind of down, just so this lines up nicely against the Adjudicators, and this can trade better than setting up a double block, and the 1-1 trades onto the 2-1 quite nicely, so probably just going to see him run onto Adjudicators or Pickpocket. Alright, let's see. He's probably just going to bounce the other Gathering Throng here. And then I might just double block this Adjudicators, honestly. Even though I'll go down on cards, it could be okay since I can just run this out next turn and then set up a block on the 4-3, so could also just take 4, but this is better. So I'll just go for the trade. And then use this to fix. Although now, if I run out Gathering Throng, I won't get anything, so could also just run out Rafine's Informant here. Could see it get bounced, but then I can just discard a Gathering Throng. And then maybe run out Skycrier, so let's try this. Land is good, so do you want to discard Gathering Throng? I think it's fine, one can go. And then we can just run out land, run out second Gathering Throng. This is just in case he runs out the Adjudicators. We can at least trade for the Psychic Pickpocket. So we'll just say go. Opponent might be out of resources soon. And if he runs out this Adjudicators and attacks with the Rafine's Informants, then that's fine. If he attacks with a 4-3, probably just gonna block with a 3-1. Alright, I'll take 1. Surprised he's not writing this out, so he has another follow-up. Ooh, no, so it could be a counterspell. This is strange. If it's a make disappear, then it's fine running out the Overseer, so I'll go for it. Sacrifice to casualty, but that's okay. And then I'm fine just running out my Skycrier, maybe offering a trade for his. He might just end up turn draw a card. I could also just attack with the 3-2, but then he's in the trade with the 2-1. So we're just gonna pass a turn. I'm not gonna attack because he can just run this out next turn, of course. Right, those aren't bad targets for Ligrella and Psychic Pickpocket, so we can start nudging these away. Because he's just gonna deal a ton of damage over time, so. Echo Inspector, not bad too. So now what? Could run out my own Psychic Pickpocket. Could also keep up the Florida family to with the Inspiring Overseer as well, or I guess Skycrier to make into a 4/4 lifelinker. So I guess I like that, but then I'll have to discard something to Psychic. So maybe I run out Ligrella instead, and then we can keep up our Florida family, potentially, and then exile Inspiring Overseer. Could also just Adjudicators, maybe, and then use it on the 2-1, but then it's gonna mess with our fixing. So it's interesting here. Probably can't afford to discard land, but maybe it's fine discarding whatever we draw into. Yeah, I guess that's okay. And then we can try to ambush the Echo Inspector, so. Right, land's fine. And then we can set up Ligrella for next turn, and then pass. Echo Inspector attacks, we use Florida family, block, and pump. Let's see what he uses Adjudicators on. Might be one of my flyers, and I'm hoping it's not the Skycrier because I do want to just mess with this Echo Inspector, so let's go for it. Can't think of any 1-mana white tricks, but yeah, Florida family just very efficient. Getting 4 and then, 5 and then taking out flyers is real huge, so this is great. And then, yeah, I could just run out my own Adjudicators. Could also just Ligrella here. Exile Inspiring Overseer and the Fish token, and then keep up Exotic Pets. Or just Exotic Pets now. Yeah, I guess this is fine, because by doing this, it's fine trading off Ligrella, since I'll have a Inspiring Overseer back, and then we just might as well just main phase this. Just in case he has a counter spell, and then pass. And then we can just slowly take over the game. We're at 19 cards, so the opponent's gonna deck me for us. I might find the trade here. I think I'm okay with the trade. And I can just start attacking on the ground. Yeah, we'll just run out this Adjudicators. And then could also just target the flyer, since by targeting this, also just don't have any good ground attacks. The 4-3 is just going to trade for this. So if I tap this down and I attack with all 3, then he can attack on the way back. Yeah, let's just lock this down. Let's attack with these 2. And then he might just activate Skycrawler, we'll see. We have a lot of other good cards. Mysterious Limousine is also one. Getting rid of my fish token, so... But he's also digging deeper, so as long as I can stay alive, we should be fine. Yeah, this is also a 4-3, so that's quite good. So I could activate the Adjudicators next turn, targeting his Psychic Pickpocket, and just attack the Adjudicators. So many Rafine's Informants as well. Alright, let's just do this then. I think I target his Adjudicators, or I guess Psychic Pickpocket makes the most sense. And then just attack with these 2. Fine with a trade. And this game might again come down to decking. Briefcase could be fine. And then end of turn we can just activate the Plaza. And then do I attack with the Adjudicators? Could be okay as well. Fine trading here. And then we shove enough ground blockers regardless, so this is fine. Fine trading Pickpocket for Adjudicators, and then we can attack for 1. And even if I draw a card, I should be ahead in terms of... I mean, he should be able to deck before me, so that's fine. Guidance can be fine too on my fish. Opponent's at 10, I'm at 13. So eventually he needs to like just kill me quickly. Might see a removal spell here. Top. Alright, so he's just digging himself deeper, so that's okay. Shuts down my 1/1 token, which doesn't accomplish much. So fine sacking land end of turn to draw. Yeah, these Bant mirror matches are very interesting. Yeah, the game might just come down to decking, so maybe I just again need to survive and not worry too much about like killing him quickly. Say go. We're now at the Adjudicators again. And then probably fine running out the Shieldmate now. And then could also just attack with the Gathering Throng. Maybe just attack with one of them and that should be okay. Fine trading for any of these. Hopefully he doesn't have a way to make me draw cards and mill myself. I can still block with everything on the ground, so trying to gain some life. Fine trading here. Yep. Seems okay. I'm fine attacking with these 2. Could also draw first here. I'm at 9. I guess we can draw first. It seems okay. And then, yeah, we can guidance as well. What do we want to guidance? Good guidance on, like, I don't know, the Gathering Throng, or I guess this here could also guidance. I'm only going to be attacking for 2 per turn, but I think it's fine. And then can just jam these 2 in. Swooping Protector. Alright, so he has another flyer now, so that can be kind of bad since I'm going to be taking 3 per turn. So yeah, I need a way to answer both of these flyers. And he might stop drawing cards now, so... Alright, and he keeps drawing? Huh. Alright, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Sleep is kind of annoying because he gets another attacking token. So now he can attack me for 4 per turn, so I do need something here. So I don't think, maybe I can't get their fish, I just need to start pressuring them on the ground instead. So let's run out this fight rigging. Hide away. Ooh, out of the way could be fine. There's also Luxurious Libation. But I probably just want to... Or Civil Servants. Civil Servant can give me a ton of life, assuming I can get the 7, but that's going to take a while. So I probably want this in my deck. Yeah, I'm probably just going to take Libation here, and then move to combat. Who do I want to pump? Maybe it's, like, here. I mean, he's going to trade for the Dapper Shieldmate, I feel like, so... Yeah, maybe we just pump here, and then attack, offer to trade. And not sure, let's just put it here, and then just attack with these 2 first. Next turn we can start throwing these away, maybe in the graveyard. But yeah, he can win here if he keeps attacking me, so he has a 3-turn clock. So, I need to draw something good here. I don't have many flyers, I don't think. Yeah, he might just win here. Hold. Alright, I can make him draw with this, so I'm not even sure if the opponent did the right thing, and Mysterious Limousine isn't bad. So, yeah, in fact, do I want a Limousine, or do I want to make him draw a card? I mean, he's getting close to decking, but I probably just want a Limousine this turn. And then what do I Limousine? Could Limousine Lagrella? Because by Limousine Lagrella, I get a 5/3 flyer. I can also, like, get rid of his flyer here, too. I'm at 4 cards, opponent's at 3, so I could actually end up decking myself. So maybe just exile the Swooping Protector for now. And then hopefully he doesn't have, like, an interaction spell to blow me out. Right, that's fine. Move to combat. And then... yeah, maybe enhance this and start attacking. Trade off for his Rafine's Informant, or just not do anything. Maybe it's fine just staying back, and then if we pump this next turn, then... yeah, he's going to have to, yeah, if he draws 2 more cards, he's just dead, so... yeah, I'm just going to activate. Ooh, I even have Out of the Way here. But yeah, he's just going to deck before me, unless I draw an extra card, so... definitely don't want to draw here. And yeah, opponent realizes he's just dead, so... I'll be back. 1 moment. Alright, just had to take a quick break there, but 6-0. Yeah, let's live the dream. It's going to be my first 7-0 in a while, assuming I get the next one, but yeah, our deck is pretty rock solid. Has some very good cards in it. Very straight curve. So, alright, this hand kind of sucks. I mean, we do have fight rigging, but we need our white mana, so I don't think I risk it here. Small. This hand's probably pretty bad, like our first one, but I think we just gotta keep. And then the card I'm probably looking at the bottom here is probably just Civil Servant, since I can only really fix for one color, and we need like green and white for both this. At least I can like run out exotic pets. So keep in bottom the Civil Servant here. Can't really afford to go down to 5. Luckily we're on the play, so. If we had a Spars Adjudicators in our last hand, I might have kept that hand, but it's still kind of sketchy. So next turn, if we don't get our white source, we probably just want to fix with the Adjudicators. Alright, no white source. We'll run out our green source and say go. Next turn, fix for a land, and then not sure if I want exotic pets on 3 or just run out the backup agents. But run out backup agent for value. A 1-1 counter on the exotic pets, but is less mana efficient. Either way, we just don't have much to double spell with, so I'm fine running out of backup agents. And then we'll pass, and then might just main phase exotic pets, we'll see. So opponent's in Grixis. It's possible that he might have the sweeper here. Maestro Diablo's pretty good. Right, we'll take 2. So I could exile Maestro Diabolist and run out Ligrella. Or just exotic pets for now, maybe put a Rafine's Guidance on one of the creatures. Yeah, well, I think we'll try that instead. And then we'll Guidance on the other one. I'm doing this main phase in case he has a counter spell, so we'll be taking 2 per turn, but we'll be attacking back for 4 or 6 potentially. And then I can always Ligrella away the Diabolist, assuming this doesn't end up getting discarded, so not going to block any of this, and hopefully no Corrupt Court Official, which is a common card in the blue-black deck, so. Could have also held on to this to play around the Corrupt Court Official, I suppose, but I do just want to apply pressure. But of course, I can always like do that next turn where I Guidance on the fish, and then run out Ligrella, so this might have been a little bit of a too quick of a play, but if he uses a removal spell this turn just on the fish token, I'm quite happy. Yeah, we'll see what he tries here. Probably see a casualty. Yeah, I might have the casualty. Just rooftop. Okay, rooftop isn't the worst. I take one. And then I can attack with the backup agents. Or the 2/2. And then exile my own backup agent with the Ligrella. Could also just run out the Adjudicators, I suppose. And then set that up next turn. But he could have drawn into a discard spell, so... yeah, let's just run out Ligrella then, just to play it safe. This also does come in with haste, so I kind of have to be careful here. By exiling a backup agent, these will come back as a 4/4, and I can put a counter into something, so this is okay. And then, yeah, this plays around hand disruption, so... wow, another Diabolist, sure. And then the question is, do I even want to block the token? Probably not. Because this way he might have something to take out my Ligrella. This is also not a legendary creature, so... I don't think I want to mess with that. And then might as well just run out land maybe, I suppose. And then... yeah, let's just move the combat first. Is there any untapped tricks? Not that I know of. Let's just attack. And then, yeah, let's just run this out. And target the Diabolist. Could be a make disappear. Yeah, that's why he's keeping up 2 mana, makes sense. I mean, we're still winning the long run. Besides sacking for casualty, not sure if that's correct, since I can't pay for it anyways. Alright, I guess he just wants to make a token, makes sense. And ping me, so he wants to race. But I'm attacking for 4, he's only attacking for 2 back. Yeah, this is a very good rare, definitely a top rare to set, but you still take Inspiring Overseer over this, I think. But after everything else, you definitely take this. But it has to be in base blue black, I think. And then that's kind of annoying, a 3/2. But I do have a 2-turn clock, assuming everything connects here. So I might just go for it. And I just drew into a land, so I think I just go for it here. And then if he has a way to interact with Ligrella, then we also still get a backup agent. He might interact with a fish instead, fair enough, murder. So, well, has a 2-turn clock, I have a 3-turn clock now, so might even stay back next turn. Making me a discard land is fine. And yeah, I was fine keeping that in my hand as well, so at least we played around the Corrupt Court Official. Still might not win this, given how the opponent has just had both of these going, and we're at a low life total, so if we attack next turn, we're guaranteed to lose, assuming we get an extra blocker, and we didn't, so... yeah, if I stay back with this, I trade 2, 3, 4, 5. We're dead, so I think we just gotta hold on and say go. Probably just need to block here, or yeah, block here, I guess, or just block here to offer to trade. But he gets back a Diabolist, so probably just need to block here and here, I suppose. Take 4, 3, I mean down to 2. Or, I guess, never mind, that's lethal, so good games. Yep, it doesn't matter how I block here. I can block the biggest threats, which are these two, and I still lose. So, you know, let's just... yeah, I don't think it matters. Yeah, I'm just dead anyway, so... alright, couldn't get 7-0, but... still drafted a really good deck, and we're still 7-6-1, so... just have to make sure I don't run into like Diabolist and a Diabolist again. And yeah, I think he sacked it for casualty just to deal the extra 1 point of damage with the devil, and he might as well, since I probably don't have because there's no reason not to, since he was gonna make one next turn as well, so. It's possible I shouldn't have been so aggressive in that match, but I was also just top decking lands, so the opponent was just able to just keep running out stuff. I just didn't have any follow-ups, no blockers or anything. Alright, well, we could run out exotic pets on curve, so I'll try it since we're on the play. And we have all 3 colors. Might main phase this if he taps out. Blue-red, can't think of anything he could play here. I guess a Requisitioner makes sense. Ooh, Gathering Throng is pretty good. Yeah, I might just Gathering Throng here, I suppose. Do I want to trade for this though? Trading a pets isn't the worst though. But I kind of just want to get this down to just to draw a couple of them. And yeah. This way we don't end up accidentally drawing them next turn. Question is, do I even block? If I block, he makes a treasure token, so I might just take 3 here, honestly. But we'll see. Because, like, I can even bounce this back if I want to. Opponent stays back, fair enough. Right, guess I'll just stay back as well and do nothing. Could also just run out second Gathering Throng here. If he counters it, I'm also fine, so... And do I even attack? I'm probably not going to attack since, again, that gives him access to a treasure token for next turn, so I just want to make him wait, and then just say go. Yeah, it's probably not wise to attack with the 3-1 into the 3-1, so we'll just pass, just keep developing the board. Could even out of the way this 3-1 and just attack. Ooh, Rafine's Informant isn't bad. I can discard a Rafine's Guidance to it. Or I can just, and then maybe we can step a woman counter with exotic pets the next following turn. Or I can just run out Gathering Throng. I'm kind of down for this Rafine's Informant just so I can dig towards a land potentially. Especially with planes, that would be great. No planes, but yeah, we get to get some value here going. Then, do I even attack? Probably not, still, just say go. Out of the way, he can answer a green permanent, but he's a Maestro, so probably won't be seeing one. I kind of need my double white here, that would be nice. There it is, so now what? Could run out Civil Servant. Maybe it's fine attacking now, run out Civil Servant. And then exotic pets or just attack with these 2 because he could mess with my woman counters here, so yeah, let's just attack with these 2, see if he wants to trade. And now he trades, I guess. And then I think I keep up exotic pets because I'm down to just activate it end of turn. He could also be holding on to a sweeper here, like the yeah, he could be holding on to a sweeper, so it's more likely I just want to run this out. Then shuffle just for the hell of it, why not? Then you could have the hostile takeover. But I can squeeze in a lot of damage next turn if he just plays 1 creature here. Outlaw, alright, that's just 1 creature, so I'm down to just exile it and then attack with a whole bunch. If I get land though, I might want exotic pets, but this way I play around a sweeper more if I just squeeze out much. But I guess if he casts Strangle, this implies he doesn't have a sweeper. So maybe it's okay just keeping up my mana instant speed. So maybe fine running out Skycrier and pass. You can also run out Mysterious Limousine, might as well. Maybe this is okay, since I've been crashing it for 9. Yeah, 9 is a lot, so I think I just go for this. And it's also mana efficient, so another Outlaw, sure. I could also just bounce this, honestly. He gets to try again, but if I have another interaction spell, he's dead, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I can put him down to 1. Yeah, I think I go for it. Yeah, it's just a lot of damage, so... And I don't want to exile anything here. So we choose 0. close to lethal, so if he has a sweeper, I still have a vehicle around and he should just be dead, so... Alright. Not quite 7-0, but 7-1 is pretty good. And then we can just do a quick draft, I think, since we have enough gold now. And, yep, just overview of the deck. Just a fair and balanced Broker's deck, of course. Not quite the triple Inspiring Overseer that I had in one of the drafts, but yeah, just overall just above average cards, mostly blue-white, green-white based in the early game, and then splashing for like a couple of blue cards. And we didn't really run into that many mana issues. So, yeah, just a very solid, rock-solid deck. All the cards are pretty good. Like, the weakest would be like Dapper Shieldmates. And maybe that's about it. Corey's Briefcase, I guess, but it still helps us fix. Skycrier, but still Citizen, still Flyer. And then Guidance, but it's still good Connive Fodder, something we can get back from the yard, so... Yeah, those are like the 3 weakest cards, and then everything else is just really solid, above average. So, not bad, just could have been 7-0, but ran into a, I think it was a Maestro's deck, yeah, a Maestro's deck that, had, I forgot how we lost that one, maybe it was just too aggressive, or we just drew too many lands, not sure. Alright, let's do some Midnight Hunt drafting here. Spice it up a bit and get some gold out of the way, so let's begin. So Midnight Hunt's pretty imbalanced set. We want to pick up busted blue cards and black cards. So here we have Autumn, Augur of Autumn. Could actually take Augur of Autumn, I suppose. It's pretty good. Like, you can just play lands off the top of your library, and then if you can enable Coven, you can just cast creature spells, so this is a good rare. The uncommons are all pretty mediocre. The best common here is definitely Revenge of the Drowned. Could also first pick this to just maybe force myself into like some sort of blue deck. But it's probably just worse than a rare, I think. I haven't drafted Green-White Coven, but it's decent. The worst case scenario, I end up black-green or red-green, which I don't want to be in, so I could just see taking Revenge of the Drowned, funny enough. Like, this set is just so imbalanced. The blue and the black cards are, and sometimes the white cards are just above the red and the green. Could actually just see myself taking Revenge of the Drowned. Bounce a creature, make a 2/2 zombie. So, sure, I'll try it over Augur of Autumn. It's probably incorrect in a vacuum, but in this set I think it's fine. So take it here. And then Organ Hoarder is the mythic common of the set. 4 mana, draw a card, and could even draw 2 or 3 cards, assuming you get them. Assuming you have Disturber Flashback, so this card is just outstanding. Outland Liberator is also fine. There's also a Faithful Absence, but I'll just take Organ Hoarder. And then, wow, we're not getting punished. There's a second Revenge of the Drowned. There's also Deathbond Sprouts. If we end up like blue-green Self-Mill. Now, I'm getting kind of loaded in terms of 4-drops already, but I still think I'm supposed to take it, since it still keeps my options open. And it's still like the second best blue common, I think. Or, I mean, between Falcon Abomination and Revenge of the Drowned, they're both close, so we'll take it here. And then now we can maybe take a Nimbleghast Intruder. Doesn't really synergize with the whole Zombies game plan, but still very good. 3 mana, 2/1 Flash Flying. Can sometimes eat a creature by giving it not -2, -0, and then you have a 2/1 Flyer that's beating down, so seems fine. Seems better than Startle, which actually, funny enough, is the pick over, I think, the Moonrager Slash in the set, given how red and green are just so weak. So, we'll take a Nimbleghast Intruder. And not much else here. This pack is just kind of bad. If we end up blue-red spells, there is a Spell Rune Painter. There's also Ritual of Hope. Actually, never mind. Ritual of Hope is pretty bad too. I don't think I need a million 4-drops. Silverbolt, 4 mana, kill a werewolf isn't bad, but we have double Revenge at 4, so it's kind of awkward. So might just take Spell Rune Painter in case we end up blue-red spells with some of the 5 mana Trample that makes a token. And then Flip the Switch is also busted in this set. And essentially anything that says make a 2/2 zombie or create a 2/2 black zombie, creature token of decay is busted. So we'll just take that. Obviously there's Organ Hoarder too, which doesn't make a zombie, but still just a nice 2-for-1, so flip the switch it is. And then, ooh, late Fangblade Brigand, but we're crowded at 4. It's still probably just the best card. Cathar's Call I find to be pretty bad. So who knows, we end up blue-red, it can be fun. And then just take another flip the switch. And then not much else here. Just some random cards that I don't care about. Don't think I care about any of these. I don't know, maybe My of the Old Ways. This is just too slow. I wish this card was good, but it's just way too slow. Even if you self-mill it, I could take it, I suppose. Cut off some blue. And then take a random silver bullet. I don't find myself casting Devious Cover-Up in this set. It was a fun thing in Ravnica, Guilds of Ravnica when you're in Dimir, because you didn't have that many win conditions, but in blue usually you have enough to close out. You don't need something like Devious Cover-Up, so I'm just going to take a silver bolt. I could also just take it, honestly. Ooh, Search Party Captain, pick 11. Definitely top white common. Tapping the window isn't bad for self-mill, but yeah, Search Party Captain's pretty good, so I'll take it. Mostly going to put it in the 3-drop slot. And if we end up blue-black, Blade Brand could be okay, but it's not its best since the zombies can't block, but could always be reasonable. And yep, the deck looks pretty solid here. Just need to end up blue-based, find a direction, and we should be fine. And what is this? That's a Lord of Forsaken. Good mythic. It's not busted though, but it's a nice curve topper, and if they don't have interaction, it can start beating down, so this could be a pick. There's Ominous Roost if you end up in Bant, like blue-green with a lot of flashback and disturb, or blue-white. It's quite decent. Silversmith is pretty good. Consider Gavney. I guess I'll just take Lord of Forsaken. Didn't see black as open in our first pack, but we can even just force it. Maybe have less black cards than blue cards, but as long as it synergizes, it's quite good. And usually the sacrifice effect making us mill 3 isn't that relevant, since black doesn't care about graveyard matters as much. But still just a 6-mana 6/6 flyer. So it could be fine. Over not much. I mean, we have some decent cards here, like Vengeful Stranglers, Find a Sack. But if you can't sack it, it's pretty underwhelming. So take a Lord here. And then another Organ Hoarder seems good. There's a Crawford Cell, which was a card that was pretty good in this set. Like, being able to put a woman counter on a zombie is nice, and then flashbacking it is nice. I'll just take another Organ Hoarder, it's just that good. Ooh, alright, could end up blue-green with Recoil Creeper, this could be a sign. There's also another Search Party. Sprout goes in the same deck as the Recoil Creeper, but Recoil Creeper is maybe just better. I like how this transforms in the late game and starts exile, but we need to have creatures in the yard. So I'll take a Recoil Creeper, could even wheel like the Shall Be Sighting, which is a good flashback card. Blue-green is a fun deck to be in. Not the best, but pretty fun. In fact, anything in green is fun. Right, there's a late clear shot. There's also a Siege Zombie. Do I want to consider moving into blue-black still? I mean, it's still a possibility. I hate passing up a clear shot, but we don't have that much flashback and disturb going on, and Siege Zombie is just so powerful with all the zombie tokens we're making. So I could actually just see myself taking this. Sometimes, again, you just force blue-black in the set because it's just so strong. I'm hoping this doesn't come back to bite me, but I'll take a Siege Zombie for clear shot. And wow, Morbid Opportunist, Ecstatic Awakener, and Eaten Alive, so black is open, but it's just not seeing a ton in the rest of the packs. I think it's just Morbid Opportunist card is really busted. Like, it's whenever one or more creature dies, you just draw a card, so you can even just suicide a zombie and draw a card. As much as I like Ecstatic Awakener, I think Opportunist has to be the pick. Yeah, I would take Ecstatic Awakener second here, since I think this is the best black common. And then Eaten Alive is quite good, but yeah, I'm not going to take the Opportunist. And not much else here, like a random Consider. There's also a Novice Occultist we could sack, but we don't have any ways to sack. Yeah, no ways to sack currently so far. We have a lot of fodder and ways to sack, I don't know. It just seems kind of medium. We have a lot of 3s, so I don't care about Shady or this. Maybe we could just take a Consider. Could be okay. Kind of like an Opt effect, and then even Evolving Wilds could be okay, helping us fix a bit. Maybe Splash. And then, ooh, a late Eccentric Farmer, okay. Don't know what this is doing. This is like the green Organ Hoarder. The Shipwreck Sifter is more like a blue-white gold card in this set. since you want to discard like Disturb creatures and spirits, and we're not going to have a bunch, I don't think. So I'll take a Eccentric Farmer. Jack-o'-lantern could also be decent in blue-green if you're looking to self-mill and splash, but I'll take the Farmer, and then if we end up with Olivia's Midnight Ambush, Shady Traveler could be okay. Just during a nighttime could be fine sometimes just to enable it. And even the Crawl from the Cellar Pick 10 is a nice gift, so yeah. I guess we don't have that many sack outlets, so don't hate a Mockra Behemoth. Not the most amazing common, but playable, and gives us a reason to do some zombie stuff, so yep. I guess I'll take a Jack-o'-lantern in case I end up blue-green still, and then let's take in a Static Novice Occultist, and this seems good. Alright, final pack. It looks like we're in blue-black, and then I could actually just take a Baithook Angler here. Best card is like Burn Down the House and Flesh Taker. I already have like double Revenge on Drown, so I'm kind of liking this Baithook. It attacks well. It's a creature you can disturb later, and then you can also sacrifice it, so a card that's overperformer for sure. And then Defenestrate versus Phantom Carriage. This can put Crawl from the Cellar into the yard, can put Baithook Angler into the yard. But I could just draft a bunch of removal with the Defenestrate, which is quite good, so it's between really these two. I do already have a big flying 6-drop, so I'm kind of liking just this Defenestrate here. And at this point, I don't think I'm moving into any colors outside of blue-black. So I think all of these can go. Like, this is better off again if we end up Bant. But I'll take a Defenestrate. And then another Baithook Angler, also another Eccentric Farmer. Just gonna take another one, I guess. And then just take another Revenge of the Drowned. Might not play this Consider. See another Organ Hoarder, but again, not a lot of Flashback Disturb. Might play second Behemoth if I'm light on playables, because we might need a way to close out, and Startle's also quite good. Take another Startle. There's also No Way Out, which can also make a zombie. This is kind of like the worst of the zombie generators, but still main deckable. Don't like it because of Disturb and Flashback, so I'll just take another Startle. And then, wow, another Flip the Switch, sure. Not sure if I need 3 copies of Flip the Switch or even Startled, but... Sorry there, got interrupted, but yeah, Blessed Defiance. Pretty good card, blue and blue-white, but nothing else I care about in this pack. Yep, none of this matters. Don't think I care. And yeah, we're just gonna drop straight up blue-black, and it should be quite fun. It's not the best blue-black deck, but any blue-black deck in this deck, if you know what the top commons are and what the playables are, could be quite decent. So we'll just make it happen. I think I'll just take another Behemoth just to have a little bit more top end, and then one more card can just throw in a random Consider. There's also Blade Brand. Outlaw is kind of weak. Bat Whispers also fine if we can chip in and make a Bat token, but we're going to be stuck at 4. Kind of liking this Blade Brand here over Consider. Consider is also fine. 1 mana is really efficient. It can put, like, I guess, Baithook Angler into yard, but we don't have that much Disturb going on, so I'll take a Blade Brand. At least it can be utilized as a removal spell if we need to. And then just run something like this. Mana base, even split seems pretty good. And then, yeah, we'll try. I keep having my mom interrupt, so sorry about that. She likes to just barge in sometimes, but I permit it. Alright, what's this? This hand could be fine if we get black mana. There's an argument for always just cycling Startle on 2, and then if we get land, we can keep a Flip the Switch. Bit of a risky keep, but I'll try it. We do need to target a creature, of course, for Startle, so I could also just get out aggroed if I'm not careful. Right, that's black mana, but we have nothing to play, so just say go. Might just startle end of turn and then cast Morbid to draw a card off of it too. So that's a main phase Stormkirk Bloodthief. Would love Flip the Switch at this stage, but yeah, this can be kind of rough. I just gotta have to startle here. I can't block that zombie, but I can at least prevent some damage, but this can just keep growing. Right, sometimes they can just curve out like this, and that's a problem. So now what? Probably just gonna run out Morbid Opportunist and attack and draw, although keeping out Flip the Switch isn't bad. I still think we might need a blocker for one of these two, and then take it from there. There's also Shady Traveler, although Shady also just doesn't block the Voldaren Stinger, so I think we just Morbid cycle the zombie and draw a card off of it, so we can find some more solutions, maybe dig into a Defenestrate to take this out. So I can't really block the 2-2, but I can block the 2-1 with this. So yeah, I hate the fact that this can just free roll here. Attacks with both, huh? I mean, I kind of have to block and force something. It's not great, but otherwise he can just tap out for like another creature. So yeah, that sucks. So yeah, it comes down to sometimes who's on the play and whatnot. And yeah, I guess we just double spell here then. We can also keep up Blade Brand, but it doesn't play well first strike, so I think we just double spell and pass. And if one of these stick around, maybe I can sack and get a Behemoth, but this 3-3 is going to be rough to deal with, since it gains first strike while attacking. So probably just going to block the 2-1 here, take 3. And he might even have a combat trick here again. Could be the Stolen Vitality, the one that gives trample. Then +2/+1. A Hobbling Zombie, so that has Death Touch. Yeah, the Stinger is going to be a problem. I really need some way to deal with this, so I would need a Defenestrate. If not, what do we do here? I guess we, man, I wish I can keep up this Flip the Switch, would have done a lot of work. So I guess it's like Shady Traveler, keep up Blade Brand. And take it from there. Could also double block this, but then he gets first strike, so I'm just forced to just keep taking 3, unfortunately. And I probably just need to trade for this Hobbling Zombie at this point, so we'll go for it. Yeah, this Blade Brand isn't doing anything, so I can even cycle the Blade Brand and hope I get a Fenestrate. Although the Blade Brand wouldn't be bad against this 3-3, but he has a dragon, so it's probably just game over. And I just don't have any ways to interact with the dragon, so I'm just gonna cycle this Blade Brand and see what's up. Revenge would have been fine earlier. I guess it's in answer to Stinger, but the 4-3 is gonna attack survive Revenge here. Then I'm kind of forced to chump, but I'll be just taking lethal, so I'm just dead. Not much else I can do if the opponent's playing like black-red with some early curves, and I can't seem to establish a board presence or find cheap interaction. So the problem with this deck is there's some good blue and black cards, but there's just not a lot of cheap interaction. So cards like Eaten Alive would have been pretty nice, but it's just hard to pass it up over a Morbid Opportunist. I mean, take it over Morbid Opportunist, which is just a way better card. Right, not amazing, but we have started on the Shady Traveler. I guess that's fine. Cast Shady Traveler. Don't want to cycle Startle here since I do have my lands already, and we have our next play lineup. So we'll say go. Run out the Traveler. Not sure if I want to trade into Harvesttide Sentry. It wouldn't be that bad, honestly. The fact that this can become a 4/4 though could be interesting. So maybe I'm fine trading. I don't know. Yes, it might not turn 9 times. I think I'm fine trading. Like, I do want to maybe set up a startle turn, but I do want to just run out Organ Order next turn. And it trades into the 3-2 anyways, I suppose, but just run this out. Hopefully we don't draw into too many lands, and then definitely want to put Baithook Angler into the yard. Take a Revenge of the Drowned. And then we can even keep up Startle next turn, or attack, cast Startle, then Baithook Angler. Definitely no blocks, I don't think, since I'll be hitting harder. And then if it's a follow-up, I might want to startle that instead. Alright, Shopee Sighting is quite good, so I think I just need to revenge this main phase and hit for 3. And I'm fine with 3 power races against 2 power. And there's a chance we can just make so much zombies, we can just crash through and deal enough to end the game. Wolf isn't bad. Shady Traveler as well isn't bad. There's another Organ Hoarder, I suppose. So I'm fine just maybe sending this one in first and seeing what's up. He doesn't block, so probably fine running out my Organ Hoarder then. And then Startled isn't bad. Occultist also isn't bad with the Behemoth, I suppose, but making a zombie is usually better. At least I can cycle him. I'm gonna keep up the Startled here too, since it just operates so well against this Pestilent Wolf or Eccentric Farmer. Might actually just block the Pestilent Wolf instead, I guess. Silver Bolt, kind of annoying. Alright. So this can blow up any potential blocks and tricks here. But I'm still gonna try to force the attack, because if I don't, he gets to get out the Covetous guy, so I think I go for this. And attempt to startle, and then he's going to take out my Organ Hoarder, but I draw a card and make a 2-2 zombie. And then this way he doesn't get to run out his cut first. And then I could just... Yeah, I guess this dies at the end of combat, so I could just run out a full cost Mockra Behemoth, which I don't think is bad. So I think I will. And then just crash in maybe all. Yeah, maybe this is fine. Just crash in and fall. A fun thing you can do with this is at the end of combat, sometimes with cards like whatchamacallit, the Ecstatic Awakener, you can sack at the end of combat and make a 4/4, so probably gonna see this Covetous Geist maybe. Hopefully no ways to deal with my Behemoth, because I kind of have to go all in with this strategy, I think. Alright, if he tries to give it Death Touch, then we can always just attack and startle. Siege Zombie also isn't bad. Yeah, this is 3 mana, so I think we just crash in here. Fine running out land and see how he wants to block. That's an interesting block, but that kills both, so I'm not sure what this implies. Could be his own startle, so we'll see. Yeah, Pun made a pretty bad block there. Makes sense, so... Yeah, he's supposed to put a Death Toucher in front, I think, but we have startled. And then the zombies, again, just being able to attack and get his life point low forces him to stay on defense. There's also some other great payoffs for zombies outside of the Siege Zombie. There's like the Scob Wrangler, which is excellent, but couldn't pick her up, unfortunately. Larder Zombie is also an okay one to have a copy of in your deck, just to help discard lands in the late game. And then luckily we didn't start with a green card. Alright, this hand's okay. We can, again, do the same thing, cycle startle, play Morbid, we'll see. You could also, of course, hold on to the zombie to sack to Behemoth. That could also be reasonable. But I think cycling the startle could be correct, just to draw into some more action, maybe. Celestis, alright. Yeah, I think I'll cycle the startle. Nimblegas is pretty good. Alright, we'll just run out land and then try to go for the ambush. This needs Coven to transform. I mean, it's gonna be nighttime, but I think it's okay. We'll just say go. Kinda liking trying to ambush this ambitious farmhand here, because this can become a 3/3 lifelinker later, and that's kind of annoying, so I'll try it. If he does something else, that's also fine. This 6/6, however, can attack for a lot, so I kind of need a way to transform it potentially. For now, let's just run this out. Have to take 6, unfortunately. Flip the switch is pretty good. I don't mind putting this in the yard, so we'll take a flip the switch. And then attack for 2. 6 on the way back, and then could always sacrifice this to Behemoth, maybe offer to trade, but yeah, this could be kind of dicey if I keep taking 6. So, transforming might not have been that great of an option. Trapper can also tap things down. Luckily for the daytime, so at least I won't be taking that much damage in the process, so now it's probably just gonna run out the Behemoth, sacrificing zombie token, and then next turn we can keep up. We can play Morbid and then keep things up. So just crash it for 2. Unfortunately, won't get any value off of it, but I think this is still the right thing to do. Say go, he can tap down my 7/6, hit for 8. So it's again getting pretty dicey here. So he's looking to tap the 7/6 down end of turn. Very interesting. Can keep up double flip the switch. But he's looking to tap my creatures down. I think I need to just run out Lord of Forsaken and take some damage here. Is he gonna tap down my flyer instead? Doesn't tap anything down. So I could also just attack with the Behemoth. And I just flip the switch in case he has something, so yeah, sure, we'll attack. I'm actually fine offering to trade for the Dire Strain Brawler. And if he tries anything, then I can just counter it. And yeah, this is only if he pays 4, so I definitely don't want that to resolve. Let's counter that. And then if he has anything else, I'll counter that as well. A duel for dominance. So does he have Coven? Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. You can control 3 or more creatures with different powers, put a 1/1 counter on it. I mean, maybe I'm fine with this resolving, because I just want to maybe run out Morbid Opportunist. Or keep up second, flip the switch. I mean, I do also just make another token. So yeah, maybe that's fine. Just make a bunch of zombie tokens. And then crash in 4/7. Fine with a double block here. Take out the Brawler, of course. And then next turn we might run out the Morbid to cycle, or just run out Lord of Forsaken. Our Mentor is quite good. And he has Coven, so he can activate and give 3/3/3 in trample, so that can be quite concerning. You can also tap here, maybe tap down my flyer. So let's move to combat. Probably not gonna double spell here. Let's see. So he just passes him. Yeah, I probably just want to double spell then, if he's just gonna do this. That's a good one. Can answer the shall be sighting, and then more of an opportunist could also be okay. If he attacks the 4/4, might just take it again, keep up revenge next turn. And then he can tap an Organ Hoarder down. Taps a 2/2 zombie, not sure what that implies. This can't even block, so not sure if that was right from my opponent. I could also just chump with Organ Hoarder and draw. If he can give Trample, however, with the Dawnhorn Mentor, that can be kind of annoying. Rejuvenator, sure. Could also just double block the 4/4. I mean, chumping also isn't a bad idea, since this 3/2 doesn't attack past the 4 anyway, so I think I'm fine with this. And I can just draw a card. And then we can run out. We can double spell this turn. Could also just suicide a zombie, I suppose, to draw another card. Or maybe stay back with this for Siege Zombie next turn. I mean, we do have, yeah, let's just attack for 2, I guess. Yeah, we could just Siege Zombie and then just step Revenge on the 4/4. That's probably better. I mean, Lord also isn't bad, but he can just tap it down. So I'll just pass. Bridge Tracker's pretty good. So I'm probably gonna set up a double block first in case he tries something fishy. Or triple block. We'll see what he tries here. This is a clue token, so he just ends up drawing cards. So he passes priority, I'm just gonna revenge. Just to play it safe. And then I can just start topping my zombies and draining them. I can also get back a Behemoth back with Crawl from the Cellar. Lark Veteran can start gaining life, so this is also pretty good common. Cards left in the library. I'm not even sure if I want to suicide a zombie. I know I can draw a card, but I can tap. I mean, I could suicide 1, I suppose, but next turn if I crawl, I can tap it 3 creatures down. Maybe just get back Organ Hoarder. Very interesting. Yeah, just send in the 2/1. He doesn't have any reach creatures either, so we should be fine. Opponent sacks a draw. Dawnhorn Mentor, if he gets another land, can give +3/+3 and trample, so that can be kind of annoying as well. Especially on the Briarbridge Tracker, so I could actually just trade here, I suppose. Rise of the Ants, okay. Some more life gain. And then, yeah, we can just keep draining. Then we can crawl here, putting a counter on a zombie, and then get back and get an Organ Hoarder, I suppose. I can also get a Behemoth, which isn't bad too. Behemoth is also just pretty good at blocking everything. Organ Hoarder can help me dig deeper, but I'm not even sure if I want to self-mill myself, since I already am going to be drawing a bunch of cards off of Morbid, so maybe this is fine. Get back Behemoth, put a counter onto, I guess, Sea Zombie, just in case it can trade for the 4/3. Even though I don't want to really trade for it. Trade with it, I guess. I guess if he gives us +3/+3, I'm probably just want to make my Organ Hoarder larger, so this is fine. Could also sacrifice Baithook Angler, but this can't block, so... late phase is Celestis, sure, so that's a good sign. Opponent has 4 mana available, including the Dawnheart Rejuvenator. I mean 3 including Dawnheart, so he's just gonna crash all in, makes sense. Right, so let's go for some good blocks. Yep, so this probably blocks here. Or just block here just to be a little bit safer. Block here. Could double block the 3/3, I suppose, or just take 3. Taking 3 also just isn't the worst because of a pump spell, but the opponent, yeah, he just decides to concede. Sometimes you can just waste your time overthinking and then the opponent just throws in the towel. Well, we can play out Bait Hook, but if we don't get black mana, we're in trouble. Risky keep, but I mean the results are pretty nice if we can get black mana, so I'll risk it here. This is pretty cool. What is this? Alright, this could be bad if we don't get black mana. Maybe should have just stuck with new Capenna drafts. I mean, we're just currently 1-1, but if we miss out on like a swamp, this could be backbreaking. Opponent's also blue-black, so they probably know what's up. So next turn, if I get black mana, I probably just want to resolve this Morbid. If not, we'll just run out Island and pass. Don't think I'm trying to seeing my notifications here. Turn them off. And then do I trade? He could have a startled. Makes me do out of the way, so Blade Brand can probably go. Could also just ditch this Novice Akotis, I suppose. It's not bad if you can sack it, but it's also just not amazing, since I already have like Bait Hook Angler to sack and Revenge, so yeah, Shady could be more useful. And then I'm probably supposed to trade here if he attacks. Alright, flip the switch, at least I can keep up, so. Hopefully no second out of the way, fine with the trade here. I hate the fact that the opponent isn't attacking or running out anything, so he probably has his own flip the switches to mess with me. Right, I mean, there's a possibility we can still make it, since the opponent's also just not doing anything. But we're also kind of in trouble, because I have the 5-mana flash creature now, so definitely gonna block the Bait Hook Angler here. And then if he uses his own, like, Startle or something, I can then mess with it as well. If he runs this out, then I don't think I counter it. Yeah, I don't think I'm countering that. black mana still. I think I have to keep up the flip, so I'm not going to run out the angler. It's kind of obvious that I have flip, but yeah, just tapping out for this doesn't accomplish much other than blocking the 1/2. So yeah, we're just going to take 1 point of damage per turn until we can finally get some lands. And then yeah, that's a juicy target, so... Right, and black mana, so now I can run out Organ Hoarder or Morbid Opportunist. Kind of like maybe the Morbid, since the Morbid can dig me deeper, but it's not very mana efficient, so let's just run out Organ. And then, alright, take the Defenestrate, discard those 2. Don't mind a land, but we'll say go. Surprised the opponent didn't main phase Dreadhound first, or never mind. The turn where he Suicide Zombie, he didn't have mana for Dreadhound, but this would have been pretty disgusting if he resolved it. Alright, still nothing. I guess I'll swing in for 3 and see what's up. And then I can just double bait hook just to maybe play around some stuff. Could see the 5 mana flash creature, but I don't mind if it trades for Organ Hoarder. Alright, and then we're just going to double bait hook, I feel like. I don't like tapping it out, but opponent's also just doing nothing, so yeah, he's just been absolutely just doing nothing the whole turns. Surprised he hasn't countered anything. Like, I mean, I guess the turn where he tapped out, he couldn't counter Organ Hoarder, but he's probably holding on to his own flip to switches. But I think he just doesn't want to counter the Hook on Drifter since they're just so bad to counter. But next turn we can just attack for 3, stay back with both. Keep up Revenge even. I'll hit my land drops eventually. Alright, that's fine. So he might counter on the way back. Actually fine, he uses Fading Hope and an Organ Hoarder that can dig me towards more cards, sure. And if it gets countered, then it'll get countered next turn. So probably gonna see his own flip the switch. Can I at least have some land drops, please, game? Alright, guess I just gotta run this out and get it countered. I mean, otherwise if I don't run it out, it's gonna be a little bit too sus, so... And if it resolves, that's good, actually, so... Oh, Devious Cover. Alright, so that's what he had. Sure, fair enough. So now he can get everything back eventually, so... That's actually pretty good. And then we'll say go here, do nothing. He might just be trying to loop Devious Cover-Ups in this type of deck. But I would love to hit some lands, please. Opponent's drawing way too many lands compared to me. He just needs like a very solid, scary card to resolve, and that's it. Finally got a land, so probably just gonna run out the Shady Traveler first to bait out a potential second counter spell, so no counter spell. So I'm fine, maybe just swing in for 1 or just pass. And if he keeps doing nothing, then this will become a 4/4. Might see an interaction here. Sure. At least that eats a removal spell. And then I might even just sack, bringing out Mukra Behemoth next turn. Traveler. Alright, so the opponent doesn't have much. So I'm safe to just run out the Behemoth and hope it doesn't get messed with next turn. Just to apply some pressure and be more aggressive. And we can even mess with it with Revenge if it comes to that. So he's going to draw a card end of turn. Hopefully not drawn to anything too scary. I'm hoping he doesn't have a flip the switch, because what he can do is he can sack this in response and maybe counter if he top decks flip the switch, but I think this is kind of our window. I could also just run out Siege Zombie and Morbid Opportunist, I suppose, which is also not a bad idea. But Behemoth is just so good here, so I think I go for it. And then hope hope he doesn't draw into a counter spell, like flip the switch. And no, doesn't even draw to find a counter spell, so yeah, we'll just stay back. Next turn we can start swinging for 6, because the fact is I need to develop this given how the opponent has so much lands. He just casts all of his crazy bombs, so it's important to have at least something that can pressure a lot. Doesn't even draw, okay. Might pass a turn, make this into a 4-4. I can always revenge it just to mess with him. And it's kind of like a defenestrate anyways. Nothing, maybe, so I'm just gonna transform this. Alright, definitely gonna swing in for 7 here. No reason not to. Might see an interaction spell, Midnight Ambush. So how do I mess with a Midnight Ambush? I guess it's nighttime, so it's supposed to die anyways. So yeah, there's not much I can do about it, so I probably just need to defenestrate this or bounce it. Defenestrate will allow me to develop a 2-drop at the very least. I'll just try to fire this off then. And then I can start draining with the Siege Zombie. Alright, it sucks that this has to die because it's just so good, but it is what it is. Hopefully no Dreadhound. I mean, I kind of want to save this for Dreadhound, but I also just don't want to be mana inefficient. I need to start developing progress, so I'll Siege Zombie and pass, and then even if I attack, I'm only dealing 1 damage, so I might as well just start running up the Siege Zombie and draining instead. So no Dreadhound, please. I'm fine if he makes me discard, because I can just discard Crawl, or maybe Revenge or something. Or Startled, who knows. His own Siege Zombie, fair enough. I guess I can drain and then attack next turn and cast Startled, so that's not bad. I can also just Crawl from the cellar here and put a 1/1 counter. That can also mess with him. But I might want to just develop the Morbid Opportunist, so we'll see. It's like this opponent's holding full control the entire time. Alright, yeah, I could just attack here. I don't mind, like, not running out Morbid Opportunist first. I definitely want to run out land. I could also Crawl here. By crawling, he might want to step a double block, but then I'm kind of forced to use one of these spells. So, yeah, let's just attack for 2. And then he might take it or not, we'll see. If he does, I can Startle. If he has any other tricks, then I can use Revenge of the Drowned. So, yeah, let's just crash in. Yeah, this is like very late in the game, but the opponent hasn't even done much. I'm kind of liking the Startled, so we can sacrifice something to Morbid Opportunist. So let's fire this off, and then if he has a trick, then we'll Revenge. He might have a Defenestrate here too. So more the reason to run out Morbid. But then we don't get to Revenge here. His own Startle, okay, I guess we'll just Startle our Startled. And then hopefully he doesn't counter Morbid when I try to resolve it. Alright, so no damage happens. Can also Revenge the Zombie end of turn, of course. He can start draining me. I think I just need to kind of try to resolve this. And again, hope he doesn't have a counter spell, because this is just a really good card. Cover removal spell, of course. Alright, it resolves, so that's nice. And I could even cast Crawl from the cellar now. Since I can flashback it back, I think I will, just to be mana efficient, and then we can get a Morbid Opportunist. We can get the Rockbird Behemoth for next turn to set up. This way we can, again, use up our mana. pass. Opponent doesn't even drain me with his Siege Zombie, so... And I can even attack with these two next turn. Awakener is quite good, can sacrifice his zombie to make a 4/4. Main phases it, sure. I get to draw a card as well, so opponent probably doesn't realize I can also draw a card on my turn. However, I need to make sure I don't end up decking myself in this matchup, so... I'm getting close to double Revenge of the Drown. Champion is okay. Yeah, this card can be kind of annoying. Can sack this draw card, get up to 3 mana available for next turn, probably fine tapping 1 swamp. And then yeah, we'll just keep draining here. Next turn we can keep up double Revenge. I don't know why this opponent's taking so long. Are you like on mobile? Are you just super scared of my ranking? Are you really just that slow of a player? Not sure, but sometimes it's good to be slow in Magic just to take your time. Make sure you don't make those misplays, but the opponent has been missing drains the whole time. And then yeah, I can draw 2 cards here if I sack the Behemoth. I think we have to just go for the tap out here. Yeah, and I think I'm fine sacrificing so I can draw a card, as opposed to tapping out for it. Hopefully no second Devious cover-up. Nope. We even got Lord of Forsaken to also help us close out the game. So, do you have a second Devious? Nope, so we're just gonna say go. Probably just pass, no attacks. Since he can hit me for 2. I guess I can hit him for 2 as well. Opponent also forgets to drain with a Siege Zombie. Ooh, there's Dreadhound. Alright, that's scary. And then, yeah, that can deal a lot of damage to me if I'm not careful. He can even exile my Crawl from the cellar here with the Rotten Reunion now. I can always just chump the Dreadhound, of course, start attacking the 7/6, cast Revenge. Or I can just cast double Revenge of the Drown next turn too, just to mess with him. But I think I'm fine crashing in for 7. Could also run out Lord, but I don't have any good follow-ups. I guess I could run out a... I guess if I wait one more turn, I can run out Nimbleghast Intruder, so I think we attack here. Probably see an end of turn Rotten Reunion on my Crawls. I could also just cast it now, but then if I cast it, he can just exile a creature, as opposed to my Crawl, so I think we go for this. And then, yeah, if he tries to like double block, then I can mess with him here. So probably fine killing your Siege Zombie, casting Revenge. Yeah, he needs to double block the Menacer. I could also Nimbleghast, of course, just to get another creature instead of Revenge. Maybe that's fine too. Opponent just takes it, sure. Guess I'll just have to Revenge his 6/6. And yeah, we have 8 mana, so we can do it twice in case he counters it. Can Revenge his 6/6. Right, and still does nothing? Okay. So when he attacks before blocks, first thing is first, I think I want to Revenge the 6/6. Finally does it, sure. Should have done on my end step. He grows his champion, sure. Let's see his attacks. Only attacks with a 6/6. So I could block first and see how he responds. I could run into double counterspell though, that can be kind of scary, so maybe I do just Revenge here. In case something bad happens. And if he counters this, I'll just run second Revenge. That's pretty good. So do I just want to cast second Revenge here? If I do, then the nice thing about casting second Revenge is then I can still cast Lord of Forsaken and Nimblegas, so I think I will. And this way I can tap down 3 creatures to drain them twice. So sure, let's go for it. And then also my 2/2 zombies can attack on the ground. And then I can again drain them twice. Could also just stay back and drain him, funny enough. And yeah, taking the 7 from the Behemoth definitely feels like a drawback, I think, for him. So he definitely needs to double block the Behemoth. I also have flipped the switch, so that's great. So I have a bunch of everything, so I think it's fine just to attack with all. And then he does have to block the 7, 6, so let's go. And then we also have a counter spell as backup, in case something goes wrong. Revenge, although he can pay for Revenge. So that's kind of awkward, so yeah, I guess that resolves here. They'll put it on top or bottom. I think it's fine bottoming it at this point. Yeah, I'll decline. I guess this can now block the orbit, or at least a siege zombie, we'll see. But I can always negate the damage with Nimblegas Intruder. Okay, he does that, so I can negate the damage, and then... yeah, he's kind of... I guess it's 5 damage, so he needs to block all the highest power creatures. Okay, I mean, he's dead anyways, but I think just to be safe, I'm going to run out this Nimblegas Intruder and see if he has any follow-ups, and if he does, I can just counter it, so... this is fine, and then that's 5 damage. So he probably has something here, or he might just concede. But yeah, this game is over. Cobble, I guess you should have done that before blocks. That's kind of cute. But on the stack, we'll show him the power of Revenge. Flip the switch. Yeah, he's just dead, so... Three and 1. Right, no 2-drops, but we have both our colors, some 3s, we're on the play, so I'll try. this is another long draft or game. It's like every single opponent we're facing is taking like 5 minutes per turn or something. It would be nice to top deck a flip the switch to keep up with Intruder next turn. Okay, so the red-green werewolf deck, and Nembleghast Intruder lines up pretty nicely, so yeah, we'll greet our opponents and then attempt to ambush. Could have a pump trick, but I think we go for it since this is just really good value. And then this forces him to use a trick. And then in the future this can pay 4 mana, but if he has a trick, he has a trick. Alright, Hal the Hunt's pretty good. But we can always like Revenge of the Drown this instead. And yeah, I think I'll just wait. This way, I could have also main phase this, but I don't think he has blue mana to do any counter spell shenanigans, so we'll cast a Revenge. It's pretty efficient over Defenestrate here. Yep, and that's a nice 2 for 1. Or a 2 for 2 since I lost the Nembleghast. Light Up the Knights, only good with Planeswalkers. You can't really flash this back unless you have a Planeswalker, so that's interesting. So I could just run out Organ Hoarder, I suppose. Could also just double spell or keep up Defenestrate. Is there any reason to keep up Defenestrate? Not really. You could also just run out both, but kind of liking just Organ Hoarder here. And then probably just take a Revenge of the Drown over these two. And say go. Werewolves, again, not great in this format because of cards like Defenestrate, Olivia's Midnight Ambush, and Eaten Alive. You're just tapping out for all these expensive werewolves and you're just getting interacted with cards like Revenge as well, so it's kind of cute, but we can just kill this, and that's what we're going to do, so let's just kill this. Could also Revenge just to waste his time since we can develop a 2-drop. I guess that's better. Just cast this. And then if he's going to just put it on top, then we can just kill it next turn with Defenestrate. And then yeah, this way we can just keep wasting his time. Can run out Siege Zombie, attack for 3 and drain as well. Yeah, if we bottom it, we essentially just kill it, so. Knight kicks on top, so that implies he wants to run it out again, so next turn we can Defenestrate, and then we get to smash in for 4 here because we can just tap a zombie down in the turn, so. Yeah, now he might keep the 2-3 back. Well, does he though? That's the question. Nope, still getting really aggressive. I guess if he's a red-green deck, that's the reason why, so. Makes sense. And now we can Defenestrate. And also get back to Nembleghast Beguiler, and then put a 1/1 counter onto the Organ Hoarder. We're now Bait Hook Angler, and then do I send in a 2/2 zombie here? I guess I can because no, I guess I want to drain end of turn, so let's just swing like this. Another Tireless Hauler, that's fine. I can still chump block it, of course, so I don't care really about this. Get this out of the way. I forgot this is a new Capenna, so it doesn't come in immediately, so yeah, we'll just do this. And then I could also crawl again, which isn't bad because then we might be obliged to trade here. And I think I will. It's just too good. Yeah, trading for an Organ Hoarder feels bad since you already drew a card off of it. And then this way, by playing a spell, this doesn't transform into nighttime, so yeah, you really don't want to trade for Organ Hoarder. The fact that it just drew me a card or so was already made up for itself. The best common. Yep, and he has a trade down, so... And then we can drain him end of turn again. Can also double block this next turn too. Alright, Celestis can gain him a bit of life, so... Runs out Hound Tamer, which is quite a good card. So, yeah, this could transform next turn, and I think I have to let it happen. Could also just main phase this to prevent it from transforming, which is also a fine play. I think I will, because you know it's coming anyways. So let's just run this out and then just pass. This way we can keep up flip the switch and this doesn't transform, or cause the Celestis to transform. And then I'm fine maybe throwing this under the bus just to draw a card. And then we can also just drain in a turn as well, so we can double block here. Yeah, you can't flashback this back because you need Planeswalkers. So it's a good card for sure. Like, you can deal a lot of damage to the to any target, right? So you can do a lot of damage to face. I could just counter this. I mean, I also could just not counter it, to be honest. I think I will. It doesn't seem like he has much. And then we'll just keep draining. And then I'll just give him the good game so maybe he'll concede quicker. Yeah, and then the zombies can just... I can even do an all-out attack if I want to. And that's probably just enough. And then 3 more games, and we should be able to hopefully get there. Right, no blue mana. We have Shady Traveler. I think this is a fine mulligan. Like, I could run this out on turn 3, but it can also just kind of get awkward, like in that match where I waited like a million turns to get our black mana going, and even then, like, I was surprised to even win that game, so let's mull. This hand seems slightly better. I don't probably just bomb Crawl from the cellar since Organ Hoarder is too good. I hate bombing anything here, but yeah, I think we just gotta do this. More bit of a zombie token, and Behemoth can be quite good. Unruly Mob, not a card I'm too scared of. Might have been better to actually bomb the Organ Hoarder now, not knowing that we were going to draw our second one, but it's still fine. Card is just a great common. Could see a removal spell here, maybe. If he uses Eaten Alive, then the sack trigger will go on the stack, so this draws a card before it ends up dying. But yeah, this is just not a good card. Just has to be your own creature. 2-mana 1/1 is just a bad stat line. But yeah, if we play something better, we can defenestrate end of turn and cycle this. Could also attack. If he tries to block, we can defenestrate. Might also not want to attack since the 1/3 just is better as a blocker. Another unruly mob, sure. So he might set up something here. So do I want to run out Occultist? Probably not, since the Occultist is less mana efficient, and then Defenestrate also can blow up any pump spells, so we'll say go. And then we need to wait until turn 5 with this as well, so I'm fine just passing. Hopefully he doesn't have any removal spells or anything. But if he has a combat trick, then this blowout would be quite nice. I could also just fire this end of turn, honestly. So I'm hoping he actually does something here. This can be kind of annoying though, however, if he runs out of creature I want to kill instead. But I do have Revenge of the Drown in his deck that can deal with these, so... Do I Defenestrate? Do I not? I kind of want something good to Defenestrate. Hopefully no Gavany Silversmith here. Cast Foul Play, so I probably just want to Defenestrate to draw a card on the stack. It's not great here because he does get to draw a card, but at least I can get some value before this goes away. So that's fine. Probably just run out Organ Hoarder next turn. The Foul Play was a really nice answer to my Morbid Opportunist. We also had to bottom our Crawl from the Cellar, so we need to find like Evolving Wilds to shuffle it back. But next turn I can just Organ Hoarder, hopefully. Take 2. Main phase blue, or never mind, does that instant speed on this turn. Not sure what that implies, but sure. Could also run Novice, but it's just too less mana efficient. Organ Hoarder also lines up nicely against this 2/2, and then definitely gonna grab Lord of Forsaken here. This could play well with the Novice, but Lord is just a 6/6 flyer, so I gotta take that. And then pass. Like, this could allow me to double spell, but yeah, come on, 6/6 flyer. Get real. I might just be farming newbies in quick draft because everyone's taking a long time and main phasing all their instant speed stuff. Could see a removal spell in Organ Hoarder as well, but again, I don't mind because it just drew me a card. Gavany Dawn Guard is pretty good. So, probably just need to keep playing spells and prevent anything busted. Could also Novice Occultist here to set up Makra Behemoth, which isn't wrong as well, to keep up Startle just in case. Sacrifice this next turn, draw a card, get a 7/6 out. Sure, we'll be a little bit less mana efficient, and then I could attack with this 3/2, and then try to Startle, but then if he takes it, then he can just attack back, so probably just supposed to say go here. And then I could just put this in front. I can't Startle this though because it has Ward. I guess Ward 1, so I can. But I do want to set this up with the Behemoth. The way out's kind of annoying. Alright. So I guess Startle might have to go here, plus maybe Lord of Forsaken or Organ Hoarder. I could also just cycle this Startle to be honest here. But then I'll have to discard a card anyway, so meh. This doesn't seem great, but maybe these two have to go. Cathar's Call can start making 1/1s, so that's a pretty decent combo of the Unruly Mob. That's fine, I mean, it's kind of annoying, but it's still very slow, so. And the 1/1s don't really attack much. So unless he has ways to sacrifice it, it's not going to do much. But I'm hoping he doesn't have like the exile, the 2 mana, sack and exile a creature that you can flashback. I forgot what it's called. Revenge isn't bad on the Gavni Dawn Guard, but I'm kind of liking the Behemoth just to start getting in. And this allows me to draw a card here, so this is fine. And then probably fine running out land too. Should I attack? Attacking isn't bad, but then if he has a removal spell, then I probably want this to stay back to at least prevent this from attacking. Opponent has his own opportunist, so he can suicide his zombie token and draw a card. Next turn I can attack. He can maybe sub a double block. Yeah, if he's attacking like this, there's no reason not to block the 1/1 token, since this is going to die anyway, so I think... Alright, that's pretty annoying. Yeah, this is bad. Alright, and he's just going to keep growing the Unruly Mob. Not much to do about it. But this is going to die anyway, so I might as well get rid of it. This is a 4/4, so hopefully not another removal spell. Just run out this. And then... Do I keep land? Now let's just keep running things out in case he has another trick. And hopefully no removal on the Lord. We can Revenge of the Drown into 4/4. Silverbolt can take out Organ Hoarder. But I can still block the Unruly Mob. So maybe this is just a race in the air or something. He's also going quite wide, so I should maybe be a little bit careful here. I could also not block this. But I'll be just taking 1 per turn. I guess it's fine just taking 1. He makes another 1/1, but it's still slow. Alright, we can keep up Revenge and flip. Let's attack and see what's up. I think we have to just swing in. Might be missing something, so we'll say go. Flashes in Cathar's command. I could counter this, which isn't wrong. This way it doesn't turn to daytime, and then we can bounce the Unruly Mob if he decides to attack. Hopefully no sacrifice exile here. Another Gavni Dawn Guard, sure. And then we'll bounce the 4/4. Well, how much damage is 3, 6, 7? Yeah, I guess I had to stay back here. Feels bad. Might just have to concede though. Yeah, this feels bad. I can't attack with the Lord. If I had another creature to follow up, maybe it's fine since I can chump, but yeah. Just a lot of bad luck in this match. Opponent making me discard 2, taking out my Morbid Opportunist. So I'm not going to waste my time. And if I pass a turn, the Gavni Dawn Guards are just going to draw him more creatures, so... Just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Maybe it was correct to just discard the 7/6 and get another Organ Hoarder into play. But then I'd still be behind. I'd maybe be up on 1 extra card because the Organ Hoarder replaced itself, but still wasn't... but it's still the lowest upside, since at least if the 7/6 survive, I can start attacking with it and getting through. Right, this hand is okay. No early 2-drops. I mean, when will I have a hand where I can cast Bait Hook Angler on turn 2? It's going to take a while, but I still think it's okay. This hand can play at instant speed at least. Siege Zombie. I guess we'll run out our own. And then probably going to take 2v swings back, and then next turn we can step like an intruder to nail this down or something, and then maybe block. Could also keep up a Startled, perhaps. That can be kind of fun as well. But I'm supposed to probably take 2 here. And then swing back and try to ambush. Search Party Captain, that's a good one too. I hate the fact that this draws a card. So I'm probably just going to main phase this. I mean, not main phase, but if he goes for the block, then I just go for the Intruder. And that's kind of a 2-for-1 as well. And then the question is, do I trade for the Siege Zombie? Might just do so, but we also have Startled next turn as backup. So we'll see. Could also run out Organ Hoarder, I suppose. I mean, there's no Startled in white-black, so maybe the trade is okay here. Right, Crawl from the Cellar. Alright, that's going to be a little bit difficult to block. If he gets a land, he can run out Search Party, so we just got to take 3, unfortunately. Take it slow. Runs out Search Party. Alright, that also draws a card. So kind of in a weird spot. So probably just going to keep everything up at instant speed. Could also run out Organ Hoarder. But I'm down to just... I guess, yeah... This is awkward. Maybe Organ Hoarder's fine, since I kind of want to hit a land drop here. Yeah, we'll get a land here, and then find swinging for 2 in the air. Take 2 on the way back. Block the Siege Zombie. I don't really want this to end up in the graveyard, because again, he can get back, but so can he with the Siege Zombie. But this will become a 4-4 if I'm not careful. Next turn, at least I can keep a Flip the Switch, Defenestrate, and Startle. Could also just run out Bait Hook so I don't seem suspicious here. Alright, there goes my 2. So that kind of hurts. Alright, so yeah, one of the other mythic commons in this set, Dargraph Horde. It's kind of scary. Opponent passes, could also run out Behemoth. But I'm kind of like maybe just running out my instant speed stuff, since I want to maybe set up some zombies to sacrifice, so this is fine. So they go. At a turn we can set up like a double block and a Startle into like Flip the Switch into Defenestrate. Oh yeah, he can get this back as well with Crawl, so that's also really powerful. Let's see what he tries here though. Tops out for 4 mana. I think we counter that. Yep, that can't resolve. If it dies, it also puts a woman counter somewhere. So I think we go for the counter here. And then we can still start on it instead of a double block eventually. Chaplain is fine. I'm happy that he's main phasing everything before attacking. So now we're safer to just cast our stuff at instant speed. So please attack for Diregraph Horde. Doesn't. Alright, so the opponent's playing it safe. Wish he attacked, actually. So probably still keep up my instances next turn. I kind of want to defenestrate this 3-3. Opponent can drain me twice. I'm still okay to race, of course. Yeah, he can now get Crawl, use it on the Dargraph Horde, I suppose. Occultist isn't bad. This is not bad to stack to the Behemoth. I still think we're supposed to take up attack for 2 and then keep up, again, our instances. Yeah, I'll keep up the instances. It's not wrong stacking the zombie as well, so... I can even Revenge of the Drown, something end of turn. Opponent drains us twice, so getting closer to just getting in for lethal. So yeah, you can see the power of the zombies in this set. Like even a card like this is kind of like a first pickable card. Because there's just so many zombie generators, it's kind of broken. So hopefully he just main phases taps out so we can outplay him. Alright, so he goes for this play, fair enough. Kind of hoping he goes for it. So we're probably fine defenestrating this and then using Startled. If he only attacks with this, then I'm just going to revenge it, so we'll see. Yeah, if he only attacks with the 4-5, then I'm fine just casting Revenge. Because I kind of want to startle one of his creatures, but if not, then this is fine. Sure, he gets to run it out, make more zombies, but this is a huge tempo loss. And he doesn't get him for 3. Another land, not bad. Attack for 2. I could also send in my zombies. Could also just defenestrate this 3-3, funny enough. Which I also don't think is a bad idea since we can set something up next turn. So maybe I'm fine just running out the Occultist for now. And then say go. Defenestrate this 3-3 end of turn. And then take it from there. And then I'm not going to use Defenestrate now since he can always just drain. So I'm hoping he taps out. And I probably just want to kill this on a stack if he goes for an attack. Because by doing so, I mean, before he runs out the Diagraph, so I can prevent him from draining me for some extra damage. I wish I had my own Diagraph Horde. Opponent's casting Midnight Ambush, that's sad. Okay, rip. Might just attack this turn then. And then maybe we can get him with Startled. Borrowed Time is pretty good, alright. That also kind of sucks, so he's gonna attack, I assume. Get some value, and I gotta keep up my blocker, so I'm not gonna cast Startled just to drain here, but I can block and then use Startled now. He can attack with a 2-2, but then I can Startled. If he doesn't, then end the turn probably just Defenestrate the 3-3. It can also send in some 2-2 zombies as well. If he's not careful, if he attacks with 2-2, I can also Startled here. So pretty close match. Shady Traveler isn't bad. Yeah, I could just send these in now. Sacrifice the Occultist if he doesn't block. If he blocks here, then I can use Startled. Could also main phase this, hope I get a land. If I get a land, then I can cast Startled. Because if I cast Shady Traveler, then he can just cast Diagraph Horde and I don't get to get in a good attack. So I think I have to risk it here and just main phase the Diagraph Horde. And then find sacrificing the Occultist to hopefully get a land off the top. No lands, okay. I can still send this in. But then I don't get to get any Startled value going, so I think we just pass and say go. If we got land, it would have been nice to attack. So then I can Startled and then draw a card and make a 2-2 zombie. Next turn I can always Organ Hoarder and do Startled. And then he's kind of forced to double block this, I think, but then we can Startle to blow him out. If he has a removal spell, it would be pretty bad. Yeah, and then I might just have to trade here or just take an extra 2, but then I get closer to getting owned by these zombies, so yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't have removal and this just taps out for one of his creatures here. And he does, alright, that's good. So now fine attacking with the Outrider. Oh, he has the Ina alive. Yeah, that's rough. So yeah, the black-white deck can do some silly things sometimes. Oh, never mind, it's just a zombie. So now I'm fine attacking, probably fine using Evolving Wilds first to thin out my library a bit. Yeah, I always think of the worst case scenario, but that's Magic, so you gotta think like that. And I think we're fine running out Organ Hoarder since we can Startle main phase. So this is okay. Probably fine discarding these two. Do I need Lord of Forsaken? Crawl isn't bad too, but I think we just want Lord since we can flashback both. And then fine attacking. And then next turn we can still block and trade. I'm fine. I'm not going to run out the bait hook here now, because if I do, then I can't keep up startled. He's going to know something's up, but I still think this is correct. And the double block here is also fine, so we'll let this happen. He gets to make a pretty big zombie. So I guess if he's going to try to make a really big zombie, what I can do is I can just make a chump blocker then, since that's also okay on the Outrider. And the thing is, he's also just going to run out this anyway, so I think we run out the Hot Drifter and say go. And we can even chump the 4/6. I'm kind of hoping he taps out for his big guy here. And there he does, so he gets rid of my crawl. He definitely needs to double block this next turn so I can attack and take one of them out and keep one of them around. Wait, let me see, so he can, yeah, that's an interesting attack. I think I take it here, let's think here. So he can only block 2 creatures next turn. So if I attack with all, if he double blocks here, he's just dead. So I think we actually win this game, because if he blocks here, yeah, it's just 9 damage, so I think we win. Yeah, he can make some big bodies, but these can't block, so I think the opponent doesn't realize it, but it's good games. Because I can just swing out and these can't block, so yep. And that's 9. So, yep. He didn't have removal for the Behemoth, so luckily there was a turn where he just tapped out and then used his removal spells. But I think he was going for like a long-term game plan where he wanted to run out the Outrider first to get value off of the zombies dying, but I think that was a little bit too slow of an approach. If I was him, I would just ran out the second Diregraph Horde, or and then just develop the board. Since I knew maybe I was going to be ahead in the race anyway, since I was just going to make more zombies than the opponent. Like if I was him, I would just went wide with the zombies. Drain with the siege zombie, and then just go for an all-out attack. I think my time spent going AFK made it so I only had 3 hours left, so yeah, I would like to squeeze in another new Capenna draft. Might not have enough time, but we'll see. Never say never. I can just go through it really quickly though, and try not to explain too much. But I guess some of our opponents just slow rolled us, so yeah, this is okay too. Haven't seen Blade Brand in a while. The game where we had Blade Brand we lost, and we used it on a vampire. Vengeful Strangler I can get rid of. Let me see. Can't block, return to graveyard, transform. Yeah, I think I'm fine trading this with Bait Hook. It's not bad. It trades pretty well, and then this can't target anything better, so also decides not to attack. Interesting. I also don't want to attack. Could also just run out Morbid Opportunist, I suppose, or just attack and then flash this in. I guess it triggers on the opponent's upkeep, so maybe it's fine attacking. And then even if Nimbleghast Intruder dies, we get to draw a card off of the Opportunist, because he's going to attach it onto the Nimbleghast Intruder, so let's go for it. It only triggers on his upkeep and not ours, so I think this is okay. I could also just take it, honestly. I'm kind of liking just drawing a card. And this triggers on his upkeep, so Also, opponent missed the land drop, so now we can run out the Morbid Opportunist and then draw a card off the intruder. So that's why I don't like the Vengeful Strangler. It triggers on the opponent's upkeep and it can't block, so it's not a bad card in black-white if you can actively sacrifice it, but it's also just kind of slow in a sense, because it's not on the opponent's upkeep. Again, it's on his upkeep. I can trade here. I could also attack with both. I could also defend it straight. Let's attack with both, I think. And then this trade isn't bad. Sure. I was thinking of sacrificing it to the Behemoth, but that might change. Ooh, yep, alright. Just keep drawing gas. Opponent's already at 13 life. He'll be able to get this going, but we should be fine. Ooh, we can even crawl on our Behemoth, funny enough. Yeah, but let's just do this instead, I think. Get some value, draw 2 cards. So yeah, this is a pretty messed up card. And then I'm fine using crawl just to be mad efficient. Let's get back the intruder. Put a counter here. Attack for 1. And then he needs to double block this, and I also have revenge to mess with him. But yeah, he's just too far behind. Alright, so one more game hopefully. And maybe I can speedrun Capenna or something. Maybe I just need to make a second video, honestly. But I really wished I spent more time drafting Theros Beyond Death. But just some real life stuff got in the way, so... Alright, well we have Novice Occultist, and to flip the switch on the play, yeah, flip the switch is going to be at its best. Don't think we had one in our opening hand yet so far, so that's good. Hopefully get a Behemoth later to sack this with. Opponent will cover this Castaway, able to block the 1-2, so... Right, just pass. Hopefully counter something relevant. Hopefully not a disturbed creature. Right, that's a good counter. This switch is just so good on the play, sometimes it's kind of crazy. And yeah, we're just drawing lands all day, so we'll pass. Not sure if I want to keep up Counterspell. Gale Drifter, kind of annoying because he can get back, but he's attacking for 3 per turn, so I think I just run it out just to slow him down. Not a great usage, but... And then I think I can even revenge this, but I can maybe save it end of turn. Yeah, getting him for 1 or crashing him in for the zombies doesn't seem like it's worth it, so... He's probably just gonna run this out, I think. Ruler of Procession. Sure, I don't think this card is that great. And then, probably fine doing this, could see his own flip the switch. And even more lands, so not a good spot if we keep drawing lands. But yeah, we're just not doing anything here, just making a bunch of zombie tokens. Could use one of our payoffs, of course. Siege Zombie would be nice. Organ Hoarder obviously would be nice. Don't think I have any double blue or double black I need to be aware of. But just in case, we'll try something like this. Revenge is nice, there's also Startled. Startled's also not bad, we can attack with it and then use it, but maybe Revenge is better just because, do we want to draw a card, or do we want to make a zombie token? Probably just better drawing a card. And then say go. He's gonna run out maybe Gale Drifter, and then we can attack and then go for the startled Dreadhound though. Alright, now I'm wishing I had Revenge of the Drowned. Even getting some nice mill value going. And yeah, we have a large creature to contend with. And yeah, we're just drawing even more lands, so this could just be a short game. Unfortunately, he's also going to make 2/2 zombie tokens if my non-token creature dies, so it's also just not good. Yeah, he can crash it for 6. It's not good, but I think we just gotta go for the chump block because, like, otherwise if we just keep drawing lands, we're in bad shape. We need to find an answer to this Dreadhound, so... Alright, Siege Zombie's not bad. Still not big, unfortunately. And another land off the top, so... Yeah, I think we have to attack and then try to startle here if he blocks. That's also fine, I guess. He's just making zombie tokens now and making big flyers, so it's not good. Maybe just need to crawl here just to put a counter on the Siege Zombie. And then we can even chump with the Occultist again, this way we can block the 2/2s at least. And take it slowly. Champion, alright, that's gonna be quite busted. Especially with all these zombie tokens and even a Diregraph Horde exiling my graveyard. So, final boss, much better deck than ours, and someone who knows the set. Although not a big fan of Ghoulish, but everything else looks pretty solid. I guess not a big fan of the Locked in the Cellar 2 Cemetery. But yeah, this is a 4/4 now. I probably need to double block this if he attacks, but if not, then do I even chump? I think I have to. Just send in the whole team. Might as well. And do I even use Startle here? Probably not. Makes more zombie tokens, more damage. So it's bad either way. It'd been nice if I drew this first, of course, to counter whatever he played. But it's just kind of game over here, I have to imagine. So... Zombies are busted. And yeah, it's probably just game over. Behemoth, yeah, that's not going to do anything. Alright, good games. Alright, I feel sad missing on Theros Beyond Death Draft, so I don't know. I'm just going to make another video, maybe just fire off triple New Capenna. And then that's probably just going to be my last New Capenna video. Just don't have enough time to keep recording. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Went 6-3 with this over our 7-1 draft. Not a great like Organ Hoarder-ish deck with zombies, but it's fine. Like there's definitely some cards that can make this deck even more busted than it is, like Dreadhound, but it's still very solid, so can't complain. And we still got up to 6 wins, which is above average, so... Right, yeah, I'm not sure if I even want to run New Capenna, honestly, or do any drafts so far. There's just this huge Magic drought going on, like Baldur's Gate was just a very bad set, and it's only for like Commander players, and I don't play Commander, and then Double Masters is just so overpriced, and it's also might not be on Arena. I think Baldur's Gate is going to be on Arena, but I don't want to play Commander or even draft it, so yeah, it's just going to be a huge drought. Maybe run more New Capenna, or just do another video where I just do Midnight Hunt, but I think I have enough Midnight Hunt content. Maybe it's just New Capenna, who knows, or maybe I just don't even make another video. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoy my content, and as always, have a great day. Bye.